Right.
All right, now we're live over there. So, all right, guys, if you are in the chat over on the YouTubes, come over to Kick. That's where we're at. Kick.com/Gun TV. We're over there. We're having a good time. We're going to start with showing the firearm. We're going to talk guns. We're going to show some guns, and we can touch them over here. We can't touch them on YouTube, so that's what's up. And we'll try and make some stuff happen.
Hell yeah.
Link is in the description for Kick. That's correct. Video feed is on that side of things. That's true. CloverTech is right.
So this is my first time even looking at Kick. First time. I don't even have an account. So
yeah.
But I'm able to see the stream. It's pretty neat. So
yeah, it's not bad.
Is it easy to set this up? Like, is it like YouTube easy, or is it Rumble?
For me, in StreamYard or Streamlabs, it is. I haven't tried it in StreamYard, but I would assume so.
Yeah. Well, I use Streamlabs too, so
yeah.
Rumble is it's just too much. But Kick, I mean, if it's easy, I may start.
Rumble. Yeah, I don't have to do anything extra. It's native to Streamlabs. I don't know about StreamYard, but it is native on Streamlabs. So you just click the button and it goes.
Right.
So I've got a bunch of 2011s and 1911s. I've got a few long guns, and so we can dive into whatever we want to talk about here.
Yeah, it's just wherever you want to start. I picked up a new one yesterday. I'm gonna start with it. It's still got the tag on it.
Still got the tag. All right.
So been waiting on this one for a while. This is the new one from Daria, which Daria is pretty new. Obviously by the tag there.
Yeah.
This is the DY9Z, which is their compact basically version. Their DY9 is more of a Glock 19-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
What's kind of unique about this one is, and I got some mag bumpers coming. It uses 43X mags, and it also will use the micro dagger mags too. But this one is basically like a 43X frame.
Yeah.
But then the slide and all is more of like a 19-ish. Which is interesting. So kind of thin on the bottom and big on the top.
Yeah.
It interestingly enough, yesterday when I first pulled it out of the box, I was like, okay, that's cool. And I went and grabbed some holsters. Fits perfectly in my Glock 26 holsters. Which is interesting. I mean, perfect. I mean, the muzzle fits at the bottom of the holster perfectly, in everything. It's crazy. RMSC cut, got the Mepro lights, red dot on it. There it is. I guess, even though we're on Kick, probably best to show clear.
Yeah.
And then it's got the interchangeable back straps too, as far as being able to swap those out. I put the larger one on there. It gives me a little more grip, but it's got some pretty good texture around the grip. It's real smooth, if you can see, because how thin it is. Yeah, it's smooth, but
it's got those big ribs.
It's got the texture in those chevrons or whatever that's super aggressive. So
absolutely.
Really cool little. Looking forward to playing it. I ain't gonna get to play with it much. I put, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 rounds through it yesterday. Just playing around. It points phenomenal. Now that's a personal thing, but we had talked about it before that the point shooting thing, wherever your eye's at, you present and you're there. And this one is dead on, man. I look at something, I present that direction where I'm looking, and it's there. So this is going to be a fun one when we get back from shot. Anyway,
yeah, no time
to play around with. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'm not much, that I haven't tried much of the newer tactical Tupperware like Daria and Dagger and some of the others. So but yes, and for when this goes on to YouTube, all guns are unloaded. There's no ammo in my area. I'm sure all the ammo is secured in CloverTax. And at the
There's
we
a
are
gray
professional.
area, but that's why I showed clear on that one
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
we are professionals, and this is for
some might say.
educational and entertainment purposes only. So, got to
Right.
please the YouTube overlords. So there we go. So what
Hey,
we have
Lord.
here, what I've got my Colt.
You should
Um,
full screen when we're showing.
yeah,
Can you do that?
full screen. Yeah, um, I have to do that over my
That may help.
my software. Hang on, got to get to the right one.
I know.
I've got too many tabs. I've got so many tabs open now. Got to find it. Yeah, it's over here. All right. Yeah.
All
So what
right.
we've got is this is a Gold Cup. It's obviously it's got the match sights on it. I think this is one of the last ones built before they moved to custom shop. But I don't have any way of verifying that. It's just suits the time frame,
Mhm.
and it's just a really really good gun. It is in 45, which I don't love, but
It's God's
um,
caliber, man. Come on.
I know. Um, but I mean, it's got the fitted mag well. I mean, it's a pretty nice off the shelf gun. They do charge a good bit for these, but it's really good. I mean, it's
Mhm.
really smooth. Triggers good, um, but I really like it. I didn't think I was going to like it that much, but out of the box with Federal Gold Medal Match 230 grain, um, it was just dead nuts on. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even have to tweak the sights or anything.
Right.
And for if I was going to shoot like single stack or something, I wouldn't have any problem picking this up and shooting a match in single stack or something like that.
Well, that's what the
So, or
Gold Cup.
carrying it, I carry it in a shoulder hold. Mostly, what I do with this gun, this is my shoulder holster gun, or if I've got to wear like
Mhm.
uh, if I want to look kind of fancy, but I still need to be armed, this is
Right.
one of the guns that I carry like that.
Right.
So,
Well, the Gold Cup was made to compete, so
mhm.
not
Yeah, it's good
surprising.
gun. Yeah, so let me do that,
Yeah.
and I have a whole room full of them right now, so of
Mhm.
guns. Um,
I
so
brought 8 total.
8
There's
total.
there's other ones sitting around, but got 8.
Yeah,
Figured that'd be plenty.
that's plenty.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't go super long because
Mhm.
like I gotta get stuff done for shot. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, I want
looking
to talk about
forward to
shot
looking
after a little
forward
bit of shot.
to seeing you, hanging with you. Hopefully you'll make a couple of events. We've got you in on this at this point. So
Yeah, yeah. Look, it's looking very promising to do so.
not a lot of time. The reason that I got you that stuff and I was like, hey, here's this. Let's try to get you into this.
Mhm.
Is and you'll figure this out. I mean, you've been before, but not necessarily in the same capacity. But and certainly not with me. But
Yeah,
you stay pretty busy at the show. It's kind of hard to hang out at the show.
yeah, yeah.
But
That's
afterwards
true.
and stuff like that, yeah, it's
Yeah.
where it's at. Anyway, yeah, we
All right.
can get
So,
into shot here later. Let's you
yeah, yeah.
my turn. Is it my
Yeah, yeah.
turn?
Your turn.
So I'm gonna knock out the other polymer handgun I brought, and then the other two are metal and hammer fired. So this one is absolutely a beast. Folks are probably familiar with it. Phenomenal for the money for sure. SAR 9.
Mm.
Now this one, the SAR 9 Sport. Um, so pretty much everything that you see as far as the handgun itself, um, is pretty standard, even on the cheapest of the cheap SAR 9. I mean, the trigger is very similar. You've got the interchangeable side panels and backstrap, kind of like the HK, like the VP9s.
Hmm. Yeah,
This one, of course, got all the slide cuts and
yeah. It's
cool
fancy.
stuff going on. Yeah. I just the stream lights on the front for aesthetic purposes more than anything. It's just I
Yeah.
like the way it looks with it on there. It serves no purpose other than that. Cane arms, mag bumpers. Those are
Hmm.
not plus extensions.
Oh, okay.
I just like those for number one the look and then number two the weight
Yeah.
distribution. Um, and then we've got um, the Siley X Bull X whatever red dot. That thing's an
That
absolute
thing's
freaking
massive.
yeah, it's an absolute beast. But I mean, you talk about pull it up and it be there. It's amazing. But as far as polymer, you know, match, out of the box like you was talking about, being able to get it done, and then also affordable on the budget side of things. It's just hard to beat the SAR nines, man.
Yeah.
They're super solid and feels good. It's really um evident by the lower by the frame, but for me it's sort of HK VP9 lower with a Gucci Glock slide, pretty much.
Right.
It's kind of the feel of it. So, but phenomenal handgun for sure. And even like I said, even at one time, you could pick up the base model SAR 9. And I'm assuming at some point this year they'll probably put them on sale again. But you could pick up one for 199.
For what?
190 for 199. The base model SAR 9. You can pick it up for 199 bucks. They went on sale that cheap. So
That's kind of crazy.
yeah, it's insane. Yeah. Now it's a base model, not the sport model. So you're not going
Right.
to have all
Right.
the lightning cuts, and the trigger's not going to be quite as good. And there's
Sure.
a few little things with it. Obviously barrel length and some other
Mhm.
things.
Yeah.
It's going to be a shorter barrel.
That's pretty nuts. I hadn't I didn't realize they were that cheap. Maybe I need to look into getting one. Well, my next one is let me kick me up here. My next one is this is a seven. I don't remember what year it was made exactly, but this is from 1970s. This is a Smith and Wesson 39-2.
Yeah, it
That
is.
it is a decocker model, and it's just like this is like a carry gun that I carry. It's a single stack, um, but it's just it's kind of got that like 70s cop B movie vibe,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? And the triggers,
Yep.
I mean, it's really smooth. Even in double action, it's just, of course, it's got a magazine disconnect, so
Mm-hmm.
you know, um,
Smith
nothing's
and Wesson. Smith and Wesson has, and even in current times, is known to capitulate to gun control efforts. Just saying,
yeah,
for all the people that want to hate on, Springfield Ruger. I mean, you name
yeah,
the company,
yeah.
right? That's got into 2A trouble over the years. People often forget about Smith and Wesson, but at every single turn, whether it was trigger locks, disconnects,
Mhm.
Smith and Wesson is typically capitulated to all that. So.
Yeah, and this is a the 39 is an example of that, right? Like it's a really good gun, but even with the disconnect um, and all of that, it's still the trigger's so smooth. You can tell that it's back when they were still hand fitting parts to some degree
Mm,
on the line.
right,
And so it was really good. It's really good. Yeah.
right, right. Cool. What do I want to grab next? I'm gonna move away from a handgun. Let's go. Let's go with a beast. I ain't
Okay.
even gonna be able to get this all on the screen at the same time, but that's okay. Let's go right arm of the free world, baby. FNFAL.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
The
Um,
falls are great.
so love the FAL. This is the reason right here that I do not own an AR-10,
Oh,
because if you have something like this, why do you need an AR-10? That's my theory on it.
yeah.
Heavy as all get out, but
Yes.
amazing. Got the old school sort of period correct
Hmm.
Trijicon sitting on top.
Yeah.
That, believe it or not, yep, still has the orange chevron, bright as bright as it would ever be, which is
Yeah.
amazing considering how old this is. Really speaks to the quality of that stuff. Yeah, it's expensive back in the day, and it's still expensive, but um, pretty crazy. This one, obviously not in. It's been modernized,
Hmm.
not in original configuration, and not the original flash hider either.
Yeah.
This the reason that I went with this flash hider is this actually sleeves over the barrel, so only about that much, or right there,
Hmm.
about right there is where the barrel would be
Mm.
on it, and then this rest slides over, so it gives it a little shorter barrel look.
Yeah.
And then I went with, of course, quad rail love, and
Hmm.
then whatever they call that, the hatchet or the axe or
Yeah.
something stock. Um, Sledgehammer Arms is the ones that built this, and if you immerse yourself into the FAL world in FAL files or any of those forums, Sledgehammer Arms is the pinnacle, the premier. But good friends, they're local,
Mm-hmm.
and years ago, yeah, years ago had them. What's cool about this though, I put the stock on, and the stupid Congress lady or whatever that talked about the stock thing that goes up.
Yeah.
You remember that? That they were talking,
Yeah.
asked her what a barrel shroud, and she says, "Oh, I think it's a stock thing that goes up." Well, I've got a stock thing on this that goes up. So
Right.
apparently that's what she was talking about. So
Really?
she wasn't. No, it's not. But whenever she said that, I
That's what you
remember
thought about.
I had this built long before she said that, before that was a meme or whatever. And when she said that, I was like, holy shit, I've actually got a stock thingy that goes up. So
Yeah.
that is a real thing. She did not mean that. She was dumb as a box of rocks and stupid,
Sure.
but it is a thing nonetheless.
Yeah. That's nuts. So have you now? Is your FAL, is it magazine sensitive?
Yeah, this one runs
Mm,
like a top, man.
mm,
I had one issue with this very early on. I had a an issue to where I could not get the sights adjusted out,
mm.
and um, took it back, and he literally bent the barrel. He literally it kind of freaked me out. He's like, "Oh yeah, I can fix that." He's like, "How's it doing?" And I'm like, "Man, I got it adjusted like all the way, and it's still like 6 inches left or something."
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, okay, not a problem." And he's like, "Yeah, we'll just bend the barrel." I'm like, "What?" And so anyway, he had a whole jig set up where he put it in there and put it on the press. And
Yeah.
I mean, the jig had these indicator marks in it to where he
Hmm.
knew, bend it so much for so many inches, and it was nuts. And he's like, "Oh yeah, the mill serp stuff, all these parts kits and whatever." He's like, "Sometimes that happens. You got a barrel that's tweaked a little bit."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, we just tweak it back. It's fine." And you're not moving it much. It's not like
Right.
you're
Right.
bending
Right.
it in a horseshoe. I mean, you're
Yeah.
barely. And in this case, you're moving it back. You're not actually bending
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
bending it back straight. So,
Well, that's
yeah, he bent it, and I haven't had one single issue. Well, I had one other issue that was a fucking nightmare. I run some, I was just running some, um, just a bucket of how all your extra ammo just kind of
mhm.
gets collected. You have 3 out of this box and 1 here and 5 here, and sometimes that just kind of gets thrown in a bag or a bucket or a box all together, and you're like, okay, that's my bulk stuff for function test or whatever. And I'd went out and I'd ran, I don't know, enough for it to get warm through it, so 10, 15 rounds probably, and then ended up throwing some stuff in it that was lacquer cased. And I
Mm,
will say that this thing does not do super great with lacquer case.
mm,
If you let it cool with a round in a chamber, with a spent case in the chamber.
mm.
Um, Holy Moses, man! I fired, and then it ended up having, no, it didn't. It had a live round in the chamber because it would
I was gonna
eject it if
say,
it was
yeah, it should
fired.
eject it. Yeah.
So it was a live round. But anyway, flipped it to safe, set it down, and it sat there for, I don't know, an hour. It cooled down, right? And man, that lacquer stuck
Yeah.
in there, and I could not get the bolt back. I had to pogo the absolute shit out of it to get, and it held up doing it. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about literally hurt myself, put all my weight into it, pogo it to get it back open. So I don't shoot lacquered stuff through it anymore. It wouldn't be a problem if you didn't leave the lacquer stuff in a hot
Mm.
barrel, but and let it cool. But I just don't shoot, and it's hard to find the lacquered 308 nowadays anyway.
It is. It is. Now
So
they've stopped all the Russian imports.
yeah,
So
I mean it's okay with the bimetal case. It's okay with
mhm.
the steel case. It's okay with that sort of stuff. You just got to stay away from the old school lacquered stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've got. I'll do a long gun too. Let me supersize me here. All
Hmm.
right. So this is my actual competition rifle from this year. Oh no, this is last year's. I use it. I still use it. It's still a good rifle. On this one, I have a black hole weaponry. 18-inch fluted stainless steel barrel. I forget whose rail this is, but it's super light. As you can see, it's just got holes in it everywhere. This is the Ultradyne Apollo S. I believe it's an Apollo S Max muzzle brake. And as you can see, it's tons of ports, and this thing is violent. It's vicious. It's ports on top, ports on the side. There's no recoil here.
And you don't want to be standing beside grid when he shoots.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you want to be behind me.
Right.
Sure. And so it has this one has the JP LMOS bolt carrier group in it, which I think is pretty much the standard as far as I'm concerned. I forget which trigger I have in this one, but I would say this is probably the Timney Daniel Horner trigger. You can see it's like super flat there. And it's got the Royal Arms stock, which is, I can adjust to fit anybody. And it's got the Athlon Aries stock on it. It's the 1 to 10. And it's mil, and it has 0 stops, and it's first focal plane, which is what I always want in one of these rifles.
What brand is that one again?
That's Athlon.
That's the Athlon. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, that's Athlon. Athlon Aries, BTR or something. I forget.
Right. Yeah. Now that stock, that's a fixed stock.
It is a fixed stock.
Or will it actually slide?
It will not slide.
It will not slide at all.
It will not slide. No.
Okay. I thought maybe it had a little bit of like length of pull adjustment on it. So it's
I mean it does. You can loosen it up. You adjust it for. Just hit my monitor. You adjust it for you.
Right.
And that's it.
So the comb and the length of pull adjust, but it's
absolutely it's infinitely adjustable.
But it's is that assembly removable from the tube, or that's all?
It unbolt. I mean, it unbolt. You pull this off, and then there's a couple more bolts behind this,
right?
And then the whole thing will just slide off.
It slides off the tube. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what I was getting at. Is it adjustable? Where not adjustable quickly, but can you adjust it along that tube according to your length of pull? That's what I was getting at.
It's really meant so that you just adjust it the one time.
Right. Yeah. You set it up for you. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And that way it's always the same. And
that's what I meant. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's what I meant by adjustable. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and
it looks like you've got an inch or two between the tube and the butt pad on that. So you got a little bit of adjustment there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Left. And that can, in theory, I should go a little shorter, but just the way my shooting positions tend to work out, I tend to like a slightly longer.
Now is that an A2 tube?
Yeah, it's just a standard A2 rifle tube.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got the I forget which buffer I have in here right now. It's probably the JP Arms buffer as well.
Right.
And then I have the grip isn't made anymore, but it was made by Venom Defense and Designs. It's aluminum grip with carbon fiber. It's hollow, and these are carbon fiber panels that bolt on just to keep it a little lighter. Mm-hmm. But it's really it's really a good grip. And of course I put a bad lever on it, and that's it. I mean, it's a really simple, straightforward rifle, but it's just really stupid accurate. And it just
what's on the front of the rail? First of all, that's a very skeletonized, lightweight fucking rail, dude. God,
So I've got an M-LOK piece of rail here, and I put sometimes I'll put a light on it or a camera or something like that.
So just a pick. Just a
small section of pick rail there, and then on this side I have a QD because I do we run slings on
QD mount. Yeah.
And then it's a SL it's the SLR adjustable gas block because I do adjust the gas on it. It's so soft shooting,
and that barrel is fluted. Yes, because
it is
that way.
Yeah, it's fluted. It's a black hole weaponry. They're polygonal rifle barrel. Right. Yeah. So it's a really great rifle.
Sweet.
But that's last year's, or maybe even 2 years ago version. So
Cool.
it's but again, it's straightforward, but it's a lot of very specific pieces.
Yeah. Well, that's how you do it. If you're gonna do, you gotta set it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about bringing out my and I will next time. You know, good lord, it 8 guns a show and tell. We could
Yeah,
do
yeah,
we could do 100 episodes
sure.
of this, but
It's absolutely.
so it's like choices. What do you
Mm-hmm.
bring? But I thought about bringing my Luth AR, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very similar to what you were showing there. A lot of adjustability, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
customization set to me that
Yeah,
other people may or may not like. Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Um. So let's go fun gun. No other purpose or reason with this one. If I can get it out here without knocking other stuff over, and I did. I knocked a whole bag of holes over. That's okay though. And let's go with the Strybog.
The
This the
Strabog. Yeah, baby.
TX22 here. So
Mm-hmm.
when I say fun gun, I mean it. This one obviously folding brace
Mm-hmm.
on this one. Um, the Gideon, what is that? Gideon Advocates. I think that's the Advocates red
Mm-hmm.
dot on top of it. And then on the front, this I actually 3D printed my hand stop. That's all.
Nice.
That's all me, right there. So
Cool.
one of the few things that I've 3D printed in my life. And originally when I first got this, I don't even remember this compensator, but this compensator, first of all, it looks badass, but then
It
second of
does.
all, why ain't you I may not be able to focus that close. But anyway, um, it's like you were talking about, no ports on the bottom, but it's
Mm-hmm.
got that big triangle like port on the
Yeah.
top and then the ports on the side. And of course, you're talking 22.
Mm-hmm.
So mainly, I was just looking for a thread protector that didn't look like a thread protector,
Right.
but that thing just looks good on there.
Yeah, it looks cool.
And then it does work a little bit. Of
It
course, I've
looks like
got the
for a 9 mil.
yeah. Yeah. Believe it or not, it is. So, but that hole is bigger than a 22, so it works. Of course, the flashlight, that's just a cheap, nothing major flashlight there.
Yeah. It
Um,
fits it though. It looks decent on the gun.
yeah. And then, so originally when I got this, um, you'll notice that this is a handguard and extension
Mm-hmm.
here. There is
Yeah.
the right there is the brake,
Yep.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
originally, when I got this, I did not like how much barrel was hanging out the front. It
Mm.
just to me, it didn't look right.
Yeah, it wasn't
And
balanced.
I
Yeah.
actually spent some time in some software. It actually helped me learn the 3D printing and being able to make my own shit on the 3D printer. I actually built, and it was contoured to the rest of the handguard and everything. I actually 3D printed a handguard piece
Nice.
to go on this. So the early videos on the YouTube channel and stuff with this, early pictures on Instagram and stuff, it has that on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then of course it was 3D printed and it was held on basically by pick rails on either side.
Mm.
And then I had of course a screw hole place in the top. But then I ran into at GunCon one year Kinetic Development Group, and that is who the little piece of pick rail here, just for something I might want to throw on there later.
Yeah.
And the handguard extension is Kinetic Development Group.
Mm.
Excellent stuff. The only deal with that is that I don't or didn't particularly like is this one. I wished it was an inch longer.
Mm.
Um, but I've learned to deal with it because it's aluminum. It matches up to
Yeah.
everything perfectly. It's not 3D printed. And then speaking of KDM, one of the cool things that they have, or KDG, Kinetic Development Group, their pick attachments, optics mounts, things like that are quick detach.
Ah, that's nice.
So there it is. And if you want to put it back on there, you literally just press it back on there and
Yeah.
you're good to go. So a lot of cool stuff from Kinetic Development Group. But this one right here, dude, it's just so much fun. Decent trigger. Um, and you see a lot in the A lot of folks have the 9, the Strybog 9 millimeter. A lot of folks have the even the 10 millimeter now is gained popularity, but I decided to go with the 20 because this one right here, especially, I get a lot of people that come out that have never shot before, never
Sure.
owned guns, kids, just a lot of that sort of stuff over the years. And this one right here is one that I can always break out, and it puts a smile on their face. It's fun to shoot. It's a small package. It's 22. It's totally controllable. And then for me, letting them shoot it, being 22 is cheap to give the ammo
Yeah.
or provide the
Right.
ammo
Right.
too. So
Well, it is now. 22 used to be expensive for a little while.
still not as expensive as other stuff, but yeah, I hear
That's
you.
true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Whoops.
I'm gonna turn the light up in here just a little bit, and then all right. So next up for me, well, I won't bring out a fun gun just yet, but this is the actual gun that I'm shooting in competition right now. Now this has a much different rail. It's this one I departed from my normal black hole weaponry barrel. This is, I believe, the Ballistic Advantage barrel, and it's heavily fluted, as you can
Is
see.
it me? I'm showing your video feed froze.
My video feed froze.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
It
All right.
it may be me.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're good now.
So we have the Ballistic Advantage heavily fluted barrel, the same Apollo S Max comp, except I think this one's a Max. The other might just be the Apollo S, because this one also has the ports on top.
Yeah, that one's a little different. Yeah, not
Yeah, it's
much, but a little different. Yeah.
The nice thing about these, I don't know if you can really pick it up there, and I don't have the overhead camera. I don't have a fresh battery for it, but the way this works is it has a ring that you screw down, and then you screw the comp down, get it aligned, and then you use this to lock it in place, and it's got a sleeve in there so that it's a 3-piece setup, but it locks it in without having to use a crush washer or anything like that. And it works so perfect, and you can clock the brake absolutely perfectly. And this is a Arca rail. This is a Swiss Arca rail type handguard. And so if you want to use Arca rail attachment stuff, which is really big in precision rifle right now, if you want to use that, it works really well. If I want to use a bipod or something like that, that works really good. But the best part about it is it's just so flat that when it's not round, it's not trying to roll off of things. It's just so flat. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
And here again,
very unique.
Yeah, here again we have
what's that chambered in again?
They're all 223 wild.
Okay, gotcha.
So and then here again we have a swing stud or a sling stud because got to have it. Now this is a side charger this year. So it's a Gibbs Industries.
Hell yeah,
side charger. It's hard to do on camera, but it's just perfect. And it is a different manual at arms than your standard AR, but man, once you get used to it, it's so good to use, so easy to use. And if you do have something like a casing get stuck or something like that, you can really horse on this thing without having to. And if you have to mortar it, that's fine, but you can really horse on it.
Yeah, I have a Gibbs upper and lower set on a 300 blackout pistol.
Yeah.
So familiar. Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. This lower is again from Venom Defense and Design, which is no longer around. They went out of business. But this you can see it's skeletonized. I'll move the flag out. It's skeletonized pretty good. It has holes in it pretty much everywhere. So it's pretty light. It's got the Elftman trigger in it. It's one of my favorites. It has a skeletonized grip, also from Venom, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, JP, I was going to ask if the grip was Venom too, because it matches up really well.
Yeah. It's got the same JP bolt carrier group. Now this is a Night Force 1-8 in a ADM, I believe, QD mount for the optic this time. The same Royal Arms stock. you notice there would be a theme here, and that I just try to
Yeah, you've
once
got
I
a
know.
pattern, man. You've got a pattern. But if when you find shit that works, I mean,
Yeah,
that's what you
yeah,
do.
it's different triggers, different things, but all the guns are basically the same bad lever. I mean, it's a different bad lever. This is an aluminum one. Um, it's not the Magpul one, but it's still it's got a bad lever there.
Hmm.
Um, it's just a really, I mean, it's simple, it's straightforward, but it's very purpose driven. This one has a custom buffer system in it that works exceptionally well, and this gun has no recoil.
Right.
Um, it's you can go so fast with it, it's insane. Like it's just crazy how fast you can go with this gun. You can. I've shot. I've gone through a D60 like super fast and had somebody come over and ask me if I was running a machine gun.
Hmm.
And I was somewhere there's a picture of me shooting it in a match when it really mattered, and I had I think like 7 shell casings in the air that you could count in the picture. It was
Nice.
really cool. Yeah, I wish I had that picture. I'd blow it up and put it on my desk.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what that is.
Sweet.
Yeah, man, cool stuff. But yeah, I've spent a lot of years figuring out what works,
Right.
and what
Yeah.
doesn't work,
Hmm.
and an 18-inch barrel. I only use 16-inch barrels for what I consider bay guns, right?
Hmm.
So
Right.
that's your
Uh.
2 inches matters.
Right. Well, that's what she said. Right.
Exactly what she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. I haven't broke out any 1911 stuff, so let's do that.
Absolutely.
So this one right here quickly became one of my favorites.
Mm.
That the Gerson Influencer X
Mm-hmm.
from EAA in 38 Super, baby.
The man.
38 Super. So Gideon, I believe that is the Judge 2 optic that I've got on this one. All metal, heavy duty, hammer fired. Go ahead and everything is
Mhm.
clear, of course. Um, you got just a phenomenal trigger. This thing just runs like it's nobody's business. The texture on the grip, we talk about that in the aggressive. You can see that it looks like sandpaper, and it feels
Mhm.
like sandpaper, and it does not go anywhere. But uh, just the feel, the color. Now I do add on my 1911s. I hadn't showed one yet, but as we move forward in the future with more of the show and tell, you're going to see a common theme with me and those finger grooves right there. Uh,
Mhm.
and for anybody, just so you know, I buy these off of eBay for like $7 or $8 a set.
Mm.
Because it's just a little piece of rubber. Like
Yeah,
I'm not paying Hogue or Packmeyer or one of those companies 20 something bucks for one. That's stupid. So I just get them off of
I
eBay.
like the Hogue family though.
I do too,
Oh, you
but
froze.
that doesn't make any sense. Uh-oh.
You froze.
There we go. I'm back. Looks like I'm back. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Um, but yeah, so I can get them cheap on there. And if they wear out, if I wear through them or whatever,
Mhm.
I always keep 2 or 3 on hand anyway, because I never know when I've got a 1911 coming in.
Sure.
But I mean, you can see bull barrel target crown there,
Mhm.
bull
Yeah.
barrel, the full rail
Mhm.
just adds with the weight on this thing. It's a phenomenal shooter. Just a ton of fun.
Mhm.
Uh, and being 38 Super, like I know a lot of people's like, what the heck, but
38
they just
Supers, the
this
real
is
round.
one of the very few modern production, still in production, new handguns you can even get chambered in
Mhm.
38 Super.
Yeah,
And if you've ever shot 38 Super, it's amazing. But
it is.
Influencer X, so yeah,
Yeah, 38 Super is what 45 wanted to be when it grew up.
right, maybe
So,
9 millimeter especially.
and 38 Super is around because car doors exist. And
Right,
well, I'll
right.
go 2011 too, but I have a
Well, it's around. It's more so around because other countries can't have 9 millimeter or things of that nature. So
Mm,
unfortunately.
it was a combination of and going into Vietnam, they wanted penetration and they wanted capacity,
Yeah, true. Yeah.
and that's why. John
But
Brown
it's
had always wanted the 1911 in 38 Super.
well, but it's also non-NATO is what I was getting at. So
Yeah, yeah,
being
yeah, yeah.
non-NATO,
Modern and
you know,
modernity, that's certainly true. That's why you
it's
see it a
very
lot more.
popular. It's very popular
Mhm.
worldwide because it's non-NATO. So
Yeah, and they've developed 9x21, which is close to 38 Super.
mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and you got nine.
Uh,
You got the nine. What the 9 millimeter Dillon.
hmm
You
Yeah.
got several
Yeah.
weird
You got
oddballs.
38 Todd Jarrett.
Right.
That's a real round. I didn't know that. I thought they were joking, but that's a real thing. He really did that. And I know Todd Jarrett. It's very funny. I've shot with him. So I'll go 2011. Let me zoom up. I forgot. Make me big. Okay, so this is the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus. It's
Mm.
got the Aimpoint Acra on it. It is a bushingless bull
So it got
barrel.
its own address with that mailbox sitting on top of it.
I know, right? You would think so. Um, it is a bushingless bull barrel with a ported, with a 3-port comp. It's considered 1 port, but there's a 3 ports. Um, I did not like the grip that came on this gun, so I changed it out. This is actually an old STI grip that I had stippled
Hmm.
by somebody who knows what they were doing. I also didn't like the trigger, so I put it had a flat trigger. I put a curved trigger in it.
Right.
Um, Trigger's almost where it needs to be. It's pretty good, not great. Um, did the mag release. This is a Limcat mag release. Johnny Lim makes those, and it's got a Terran Tactical carry magwell on it, and it is stupid accurate for how cheap this gun is. These were going for like $1,600 with like 5 magazines,
Hmm.
which is insane because each magazine's like $100. So it kind of ticks all the boxes. There are a couple of things I don't like about it. I need to contour the beaver tail here a little bit better, just to fit me better. And I'm going to work on the trigger. The trigger needs to be a little better.
Right.
But I have a whole fleet of 2011s here, and including when we talk about grip texture. I'm just going to go ahead and do since I just kind of ran through that one.
Yeah.
This is I built this gun. I machined. I bought this as a 80% I bought it as a gunsmith blank, which falls under the 80% rule.
Right.
And so I machined the frame to fit the slide. This is a Fusion firearm slide. It is a Barstow barrel. It's a standard target crown barrel, but it does have the bushing.
Hmm.
It's got it's got the most amazing trigger. I mean, you can just listen to the engagement. It's amazing. It's amazing. The trigger work on this came out extremely well. Obviously, Bomar sights, all the normal refinements, same triggers in the other gun. I have a theme. Like once I have something and it works, it works. It's got a bar steel slide stop and safety. Those came from Limited 10 as well, back when we were kind of working together. STI, I believe. No, yeah. No, this is I can't think of his name. It doesn't matter. There's a guy. This is called the Ice Magwell, and it's a guy down in Texas builds them. And Ed Brown, safety with the memory grooves. I believe this is actually made by EGW, but I don't remember. But the most important part is this Chile grip. I don't know if you can see that, get an appreciation for how deep those cuts are, but this is literally like diamond plate. And I feel like I could come up out of the surf with it. Like I've never felt like there was a grip problem with this gun. And this is an all steel 2011. It's heavy. I haven't weighed it, but I would guess this is like a 6.5 to 7 pound gun. Like this thing is, it's got weight, so it's like shooting an airsoft gun. So, so that's actually what I typically would shoot in competition if I was going to, if I didn't have the other guns. I would. That is the. I mean, it's stupid accurate. Like 80 yards, hitting a IPSC target at 80 yards is like
Yeah, right.
10-inch plate at 50 yards. Don't worry about it. You got
Hmm.
it. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So
right. Um, yes, I guess we'll stay with John Browning, but we'll go a little different here
on high power.
with high power.
Ooh.
This the Gerson high power.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got to try to remember this because it's so long. The Gerson, the MC P35 Gerson high power lightweight PI. Whew,
Wow, that's a
man,
lot.
I think I got it all. So, what does all that mean? Well, lightweight is the alloy frame, all
Mm-hmm.
metal, but alloy frame.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, a high power designed to carry. An amazing option if you're looking for hammer carry, by the way. But lightweight, alloy frame, of course, and then the PI is just the shorter barrel version. So that's what all of that means. 9 millimeter, obviously. I kept the original grips because, as you can tell,
They
they've
look like
textured.
G10.
They are G10 and they're textured up pretty well.
Yeah.
So
That's
they
nice.
are very very similar to some other lock grips that I've got. I've got a what is that? A Jericho 941, I believe. That's got it's all they're all black on the Jericho, where these are got the gray accent in them, but same style design on the grip. So ambi control or ambi safety rather on this thing. You got a rail. You got your fiber sight if you choose to go that route. Got the Gideon Judge. Gideon Judge, my favorite of the um, Gideon lineup in the and this in the RMSC, of course. And this is one of the smallest red dots that's out there anywhere. It's insane. Been on this. It's been on this handgun since I've got this, so this been on there for years. And matter of fact, it's been on here so long. I gave them shit because I was shooting one day and I noticed that one of the little rubber covers on the button had came off, and so I ended up having to super glue that back on. And I shot him a text, shot him a picture, shot him a text, and gave him shit. But it was about 3 years old that optic is. So,
Mm.
but this, I mean, feels phenomenal. Trigger, yes, let's clear, but trigger and the reset just insanely unbelievable on this thing. Just so smooth. Um, and I took it was interesting because it was a couple of years ago now, but I had um what was it? National Women's Range Day, I think is what it was,
Mm.
or something to Women's Range Day. I think it was National Women's
Babes
Range
with
Day.
bullets or something like that.
No, it was literal National Women's Range Day, and so
Oh.
GOA was putting on an event, um, and so we were going to that, of course, as media, and EAA, which imports the Gerson stuff among other things. Um, they were slated to go, and then some things happened. I don't remember if a hurricane was coming in or what was going on, but something weird was happening. And I'm like, hey, I'll tell you what, if you guys will reimburse me for the ammo, I'll stop by, I'll buy a bunch of ammo. I said, I'll take some of the stuff I've got, including this one, and I'll take it up there and I'll just run your bay for you because I'm going to be
Mm.
going anyway. Right. And they were like, okay. And so they wanted me to take their 380, their tip up barrel 380, which I did. And I took the tip up barrel 380. I took the uh, Witness 2311, uh, the very first one I think that came out. And I took this one. And what was interesting is, and there was, I don't know, 700, 800 women that came through that event. This one right here was the belle of the ball.
Mm,
Like, they wanted EAA wanted to really showcase and push, and I tried that tip up barrel, the 380.
right.
But man, the women got on this one and they loved it.
Sure. Yeah.
And I don't blame them because and for everybody it's going to be different. But this thing, it's hard to explain how good this feels in your hand. And then with the small enough package, I mean that's Glock 19ish size, obviously more weight, but Glock 19ish size. So I mean, if you're looking for a solid hammer fire carry with some modern accoutrement, right? The rail, the flat trigger there, the optics, RMSC optics cut, all that good stuff. The other thing, and I just noticed it, is that beaver tail. That is a massive extended beaver tail. You're not
Yeah.
going to get any type of a hammer bite or anything with this
Yeah.
thing,
Get
and
way
it
up on
also
there.
it also aids in locking into your hand so
Yeah.
good. Like this is a really good even one-handed shooter, which makes it a good carry option.
Hmm.
Because strong hand or weak hand, you're just with that beaver tail, it just everything just locks in so well. Phenomenal, been a phenomenal handgun. I've had that for a number of years. Can't remember when those come out, but several years ago now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. That's cool. The I like the high powers. Springfield just released another high power this year, or didn't not released it, but re-released it or whatever. So let's see. Well, I'm going to go back to long guns. I'm going to grab the Keltec.
Yeah, that's all I've got left. Just two long ones, or
I'm going
one,
to
yeah,
grab
two
the
long ones.
Keltec RDB. Now this one is set up. It's got the paddle in it, so we know it's clear.
Blick, blick. It's a bullpup. Blick.
Yeah, I know,
Oh,
right?
I threw
Everybody.
up my mouth a little bit, Grid. I threw up my
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah. I love this thing. This thing is. I love everything about this except the trigger, and there are some things I can do to the trigger to make it better. I just haven't bothered. It is set up as a suppressor host. This, and well, I probably need to get a stronger grip there. This spins off. Suppressor spins on, and away we go. But this acts as a blast forwarder. You get nice fireballs out of it.
Right.
I've got the Hollow Sun. I believe this is a
It's
Hollow
kind of
Sun.
like it's kind of like the Loudener from Simpsons. Remember that?
Yeah, it's the Loudner. That's correct. The only problem with it, you can't run a D60 on it because of the way the magwell works. Um, but other than that, the controls are pretty intuitive. While I dislike the trigger, for most people they don't even notice it.
That's a
You
bullpup.
can do
That's a
the
bullpup thing, though.
yeah
You know.
you can do the HK slap, but this is a non-reciprocating charge handle, so it's not, you don't have that in your peripheral flying at your face, which I
Mm-hmm.
truly appreciate.
Right.
I actually really, I mean, this is one of my. I didn't think I was going to like this. I didn't think I was going to like this as much as I do, and the honest to God truth is, I avoided buying one of these for years. I had a friend of mine tell me that I needed to buy one, that, stop messing around with Steyrs and the IMSAR and the what was that Israel and the Tavors. They're like, just stop messing with that stuff and just get an RDB and you'll be happy. And I'm like, there's no way. But this thing is unbelievable. Now it is a piston gun, so you get a little bit more recoil. It does
Now,
have adjustable gear.
have you found any magazines other than the one you mentioned? Have you found any standard magazines that were problematic?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit. The it feeds out of everything. And now I almost exclusively use PMags.
Right.
I have some C products mags. I have some old D something mags. I forget who they are. And like 40, like odd stuff, like 42 rounders and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't. And I've got some metal mags here and there. I've got some HK mags. I've got some what are the, it's Now I'm going to draw a blank on who makes them, but they make they make all kinds of stuff. Right? They even make rifles, but they make mags, and I have some of their mags that I use, and I use those mags specifically for the 300 blackout.
Right.
So
I use for all my alternative calibers or cartridges. Typically use Lancers. Talking
yeah,
about alternative that run standard AR mags.
yes,
I usually run Lancers for all my
yeah.
stuff. I just
These
like.
are oh man, I'm trying to think of who they are because they hired that guy that from Ruby Ridge. Who is that? It's
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, it's gonna really bother me now.
Now what optic was on that one?
That's
The
a
Tesla.
Holosun 507, I think.
Okay.
I think it's 507.
And it looks like is it standard mounting on that? It looked awful high.
That is the standard out of the box mounting.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously that fits you fine. So
Yeah, I mean it works great.
yeah, it
Now
looks high. It doesn't mean it is high, but it looked like it
yeah,
was mounted high.
yeah. Well, I mean it's a bullpup, so you don't really have anything to go by.
Yeah, right.
You know. So yeah. But
Yep.
yeah, I have the I have a specific mag just for 300 blackout because they will chamber and fire in a 223 gun, but it will blow the gun apart.
Right.
And I don't want that to happen. So
Yeah.
but
How many more do you have? Do you have
well, I've got
go all day?
I could go well, not all day, but I've got one rifle left, which is this this PCC. I'll blow it up here. We'll check that out real quick.
Yeah, I've only got two. So
Yeah, so this is a PCC that I just built about a week ago for a match. It's got, I believe this is a Samson rail. This is a Patriot Ordnance Factory 9mm break on it, which is just there until I put the suppressor. I don't know whether I'm going to put the suppressor on it, but it's really just there until I put the suppressor on it.
Glorified thread protector.
Yeah, it is. It is exactly. This one has, I thought this was a SIG, but this is the SIG Sauer, and I don't remember which model red dot this is.
Right.
But it's just like it's a pretty standard SIG Sauer. Everybody has them in stock. So if I break it, I can just go buy another one and I can stick it on there and not much is going to change.
Right.
Pretty standard charging handle. It is an interesting lower because this is the Juggernaut Tactical lower, and I don't know how else is going to come through because it's all black stuff. But it has the bolt. It has a bolt release here, in addition to the standard bolt release.
Nice.
So as you accomplish your reload, and your finger's way off of the trigger to release the bolt, so that's good. It is in 9mm. It is a Glock mag lower.
Of course.
Yeah, we had a discussion about it. I
know you prefer Colt, and that Colt is superior, but
yeah, this one just happened to be in Glock mag. It's got the same Venom defense and design hand grip that I really like that they don't make anymore. So I'm down to, I think I have one left that's not on a rifle. Odin stock. It's got a 9mm buffer system in it. I forget which one it is, and it's got the AR Gold 308 trigger in it, which works really well with 9mm. Mm-hmm. Shoots good, runs perfect. Like it won't miss a beat. I believe the bolt carrier and the barrel are matched, and I think they're from Faxon or someone like that. I forget where I got them.
Yeah.
And it's got the 45-degree safety and all of that. So it's a pretty straightforward PCC for shooting competition, or just going out and hanging out and putting holes in things. So.
Right. Right. Let's see. Okay, let's break out.
And I guess the thing about that you might have noticed about these rifles that I actually go out and use with the purpose is the stocks aren't adjustable. There's no, everything's locked down. and they're really fit to the purpose that what we're doing. Now, I do have rifles. Obviously, I have carbine stocks that are, that I use for, if I'm going to shoot a match in armor, for example. If I know that I'm going to go shoot an assaulter match and I'm going to be wearing the armor, then I'll take an adjustable stock just so I can really fit the gun with the armor on me and not change my eye relief or anything.
Right.
But um, or if I'm shooting a base stage where I may have to like really, work around some obstacles, and I may want that collapsible stock, and especially if I have to shoot under something. I like that. I like a collapsible stock just to be able to keep my eye relief to the optic the same.
Right.
But for almost all the rifles that I do that kind of work with, I'm going to choose a red dot over an optic anyway. So
Right.
that's just my train of thought there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like golf. You just pick the right club.
Yeah. No, it's a lot like that. Not just the right club, but the right brand of club, even. You
Yeah,
know.
the right club and the right ball, the right bullet. You got to pick the bullet, tailor the
Well,
bullet
and
to the.
and yeah, sometimes even then it has to go into the pro shop. For a little
Yeah, you got to
tweak here
do
and
the
there.
tweaking. Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
ammo is very important. Like all of my rifles, all of the competition rifles that I shoot three gun with are um, optimized for shooting 70. Well, currently the 73 grain ELD-M. So
Hmm.
I'm using a 1 in 8 barrel twist. Uh, I'm using an 18-inch barrel instead of a 16. It's just all optimized to that long range cartridge because I'm not going to miss up close,
Hmm.
and my 55 grain will run fine. It doesn't. That's irrelevant.
Right.
But it's when he starts really stretching out that it actually really starts, small things really start mattering. And so I know some people just like tune their gun to run 50 yards and then they just work everything else
Hmm.
out as they go. And I think it's not a horrible strategy. It's just not my strategy.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't say somebody's wrong for doing that.
Right.
So,
Well, I'm gonna go. I've got two long guns left.
mhm.
We'll go with a lightweight here first. Now this is about as absolutely custom as you can possibly get with this little
Mhm.
1022 right here. This one total weight, even with the double magazine, good
Mhm.
opportunity to show clear, but double rotary
Yeah.
mag.
Yeah.
There we go. We're clear. Um, Comes in at like maybe 3 pounds soaking wet,
Mhm.
maybe, but probably not even. Um, the cool thing about this and the whole reason that I did this is a non like a 100% non Ruger
Right. I was going to say there
1022.
are no Ruger parts in there.
Like there's not a single solitary Ruger part in this thing,
Mhm.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
The only things that are not tandem cross, shout out to those guys because as far as rimfire, they are the kings.
Mhm.
Um, is the obviously the Magpul stock, which is about the
Yep.
lightest stock you can get, and then I went with a Brownells receiver,
Mm.
and you'll notice
I
I
didn't know
went with
Brownells
a.
was making receivers for the
Oh yeah,
1020.
yeah. Now you'll notice that I went with a non-rail. They do have a railed version.
Yep.
I went with a non-rail because this project was shaving as much weight as possible. That was the
Mm.
key, right? So that rail would have having a built-in rail would have added weight, and I
Mm.
didn't want to do that. Everything else tandem cross. I'm talking down to tiny parts, even
Yeah.
the takedown screw. But you've got
Yeah.
the threaded barrel, and
Yep.
and you'll have to forgive me on the names of their parts because they've got some cool names for all of their parts. But
Yeah.
threaded barrel, and it has pick rail like all the way around.
Mhm.
And so what's cool about that is you can use their fiber optic sights
Mhm.
mount right up to it, so you don't have any additional, anything to mount
Mhm.
the sights. Sights are super lightweight. Their charging handle, their bolt, their firing pin, and their trigger group. Talking about tandem cross, all tandem cross.
Yeah.
Um, this thing, just because of how light it is, it's absolutely amazing. And the accuracy, is it competition, precision competition level accuracy? No, it's not. But then again, it's not meant to do.
Right.
It's not meant to do that, right? This is meant to be lightweight and get it done. I mean, you could tear up some squirrels with this thing for sure,
Sure.
and you could tote it all day, absolutely all day long. I don't have a sling on it now, but um, that Magpul stock obviously has
Yeah.
your mounts for your sling swivels, and you wouldn't even know you were carrying this at 3 pounds. I mean, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But
That's nuts.
to be that lightweight and look cool on top of it is just, I don't know. It's just something
Yeah.
that's awesome. And I haven't found any. I have not run. I don't think. I don't think I've run any subsonic ammo through this thing.
Mm.
Um, but it eats standard velocity on up just fine. I mean, it
Yeah.
runs as good as 1022s. Obviously, from Ruger are known to run. Run like sewing machines. And I mean, this, and even though there's no Ruger to this one, same thing. And one of the biggest things that is the catch is you'll see a lot of 1022 builds. There are a lot out there that don't have 1022 parts.
Hmm.
Um, but the magazine, like, they'll run 1022 magazines, and having this double
Yeah.
flip around magazine that Tandem Cross makes, I think it's called the Double Cross on that one. It's pretty quick to flop that dude around, which is nice because, I mean, you're going to double your capacity, double your pleasure, double your fun, so to
Yeah.
speak, with that. But yeah, I mean, the one of the biggest things if you're trying to do a non Ruger build is the magazines.
Yeah.
And so, because Ruger, like, they for years, decades even, have had a tight lock on their rotary mags for 1022s, but Tandem Cross has that one. So you kind of get to bypass the whole Ruger thing that way. So
Yeah.
that one's pretty neat being non Ruger. Not that
Hmm.
I hate, not that I, not any hate on Ruger, but it was
Yeah.
just, it was fun to do a non Ruger.
I did one a few years ago where and this is, back when I had the shop, I was able to buy gunsmith blanks or 80% or whatever and just machine them up. And I actually bought, there was a company, I don't know if they're still out there, that made Ruger gunsmith blank receivers.
Hmm.
And of course, you had to machine them. And it's not like an AR where there's like 10,000 jig sets out there, or anything like that. You had to,
Right.
and I actually messed one up because I wasn't paying attention and I didn't measure properly.
Right.
But I built one, and there's literally no Ruger parts in this thing. All the parts came from various people, including now I can't think of who they were. Pike Industries. They were like one of the first people to really be accurizing Rugers when all of the precision 22 stuff started happening.
Right.
And I've got a barrel on the thing that probably I bet my barrel weighs more than your whole rifle.
Oh, I'm sure. Like
It's
I
a
said,
massive
that's,
barrel.
yeah, but it's not even 3 pounds. I mean, depending on how you set it on a scale,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might hit 3 pounds, and then it may be an ounce shy.
Yeah. It's yeah, my barrel. I'm pretty sure that the barrel on that thing is which I believe is a white oak barrel, or
Hmm.
I forget
Yeah.
whose barrel. I'd have to go look.
Yeah.
But and it's stupid accurate. I mean, it's like, at like, I don't know, 25, 30 yards,
Hmm.
with not a particularly good scope on it. I think it'd do better with a better scope, but
Well, I've got another one. Folks have probably seen it for years in the videos. That it was my youngest daughter. It was her competition
Mhm.
rifle, her semi-auto, her
Right.
silhouette, uh, basically silhouette match and still challenge.
Hmm.
Sometimes silhouette and still challenge anyway. And it is, and it's pretty close to being non-Ruger, and it's lights out. It's an amazing rifle.
Hmm.
Um, but it is old school tactical innovations, which
Yeah, I
isn't
like that.
even, they're
Yeah.
not even around anymore.
Really?
Yeah, you're thinking about tactical solutions probably.
No, I have a Tactical Innovations. I believe they're
Yeah, I
Tactical
don't think Tactical
lower.
Innovations is. I don't think they're
I
around
have a
anymore.
AR lower from
But
Tactical
the
Innovations, the
um,
BDX something.
right, the magazines on it are not are Ruger, and there's some internals on that
Mhm,
one that are Ruger. So it's not.
mhm,
Unfortunately, it's not 100% Ruger. It's close,
mhm.
but not quite. So
Oh, it says Tactical Innovations still around.
are they? Okay.
Yeah, they make a ton of 1022 stuff still.
Oh, okay. Cool. I
When
thought
they
they'd went out. I thought they'd went out of business
I was well, I mean, I
because
think
they've
that
been
they might have had
around
an
for.
ownership change because I think maybe
They
the
have.
son took it over or something like that.
Well, they've been
And
around for 20 plus
mhm,
years easily that I know of. So it's good to know they're still around.
yeah, the TI lowers if you're gonna like every now and again I find a lower that like stands out, you know,
Hmm.
and the TI the Tactical Innovations T15 BDX lower, which is their billet deluxe, is insanely good. It's they're just made super well. They've got the screw to push up against the upper to take the slack out of the
Right.
top. Um, they're true billet lowers they're just great, and they're not super expensive. I mean
Right.
they're expensive, but they're not like ridiculous. And I like Juggernaut. I really like their the Juggernaut lowers too. Same deal. The Juggernauts have, but the Juggernauts go one step further and like all of the pins have been replaced with screws. So when you to put one together, it's very easy to put one together and take it apart and maintain it properly and all of that. And so like the mag release pin where everybody buggers the um that when they're putting the pin in they ding it or dent the aluminum or scratch it or whatever.
Hmm.
uh, they you just screw it in, done. The I mean I really find them to be really good lowers. And
Right.
I really like the I really like the ambi bolt release. That's killer.
Right.
So and then I like the ADM lowers, but an ADM lower right now, I think an ADM upper and lower set's like $600, and that seems a little excessive. But I like their bolt release and I like their ambi safety. If you're a lefty, I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's a better lower that you can buy than the ADM.
Right.
So yeah, pretty good, pretty cool
Okay.
stuff. So got another couple of handguns there.
Do you?
That's what you said. I thought you said you had another
Uh, yeah, I've got no. Well, yeah, I just went and pulled one, and I've got
handgun. Ah,
one rifle. But yeah,
gotcha.
we can talk about this one. It won't take
Mm,
long because it's my own stock. But I thought, you know what? We haven't had a revolver,
Ah, I
so
got one right here.
uh, yeah, yeah, Smith and Wesson 617. So
I wonder how
probably
many
the
people wonder if this is real or not.
not many knowing you. I mean, if they know you, not many.
I will have to check and see if this one's unloaded.
That's your Dan Wesson. Yeah, I better check this one too. Yep.
Now this is a Ruger 3 screw.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah,
So that works. That's a nice single action.
and it was never sent back to Ruger to have the trigger bar safety put on it.
Bearcat, single six,
I believe it's single six.
single six. Okay,
Yeah,
I couldn't see the grip.
single six.
Size wise, it looked like a single six. Yep, cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep, 22 revolvers. Then what are the odds? So mine's double action though. So there's that.
your your mic just wigged out hardcore.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it sometimes you've been picking up two mics, like you get like your computer or something. It's picking up both your headset and your computer.
I get a sometimes I get an echo with you too. Maybe because of the double stream thing. So sometimes you
Yeah,
get
it
a
comes and
weird,
goes with you because of
yeah,
and it feels like when you lean in, uh,
really.
yeah,
Okay.
like maybe
So
getting,
maybe I need to not lean in. Maybe
yeah,
that's
there
what it
you go.
is. Yeah. Um, yeah, this one pretty much all stock. I mean, it even came
Mhm.
with the overmolded grips.
Yeah,
These right here, the 617. Um, if you're shooting any kind of competition with 22, especially like a steel challenge,
yeah,
uh, man, for revolvers, the 617s are just they've always been where it's at. It's pretty
yeah.
amazing. 10 shot. This is the 10 shot. They do make them in multiples,
Hmm.
different kinds. The My buddy that owns the gun shop actually has one in a 6 shot, and he wants my 10 shot so bad. He's offered me cash plus trade and everything else.
Wow.
And I'm like, no, dude, like ain't happening. Now I did upgrade to the high vis fiber
Hmm.
optic front
Yeah.
sight, and I do have the high vis rear sight finally. It took them like a year and a half to finally get me one.
Wow.
And it's been in a box in there for probably another year. So, and
Fair enough.
I have not put the rear fibers on yet. But I do have those. I do have the rear fibers from high vis. And but I mean with the green or the chartreuse or the whatever you want to call it front and the blacked out, rear, the stock sight. I mean it's fine. The only
Yeah.
thing with their rear sight is I would have more adjustment.
Mm.
So depending on what type of distance, if I wanted to get out very much further than what I would shoot this now, which for still challenge distances and stuff, it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, but if I wanted to get out to say 50, 75 yards, things like that, then yeah, I would almost have to go with their sight to be able to get adjustment. But then again, I mean, you could just hold over, just
Right.
learn your holds and you're good. But yeah, if you're looking for
Over or under. Hold it over.
probably the best double action 22 revolver 617 is I don't think there's any competition. I don't think there's many people that disagree with that.
Yeah. I remember I was shooting with some guys and they had never shot their PCCs out to 100 yards and they were all shooting over the target because they had all sighted in at like 15 yards.
Right. Yeah.
And so they
People don't
didn't no,
understand
they didn't actually take into account the arc of the target
that. Yeah, and
or the arc of the bullet.
they were shooting with optics of some kind.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
they were holding like top of target thinking that they needed, that it was going to drop. But the reality was is that they weren't aware
That's
of the arc of the
so
target.
that's why it's to me, that's why it's always been, especially with new people that want to learn to shoot. And when you're talking about kids, especially, for me, that's why it's so important to teach irons.
Hmm.
And then I think even starting out with archery is a great benefit because the arc and everything you're talking about, your
Yeah.
point of aim versus point of impact with archery is so drastic
Oh yeah.
that you understand those principles. Then when you move to a gun and you're like, oh, I aim here, but it's hitting here, so I need to change my point of aim, you
Right.
know, and you just
Yeah.
understand that. And you can be so quick. I tell people all the time, you can give me any gun on the planet, hand it to me. Uh, and if you give me a mark shot and it's over, like,
Right. Well,
because,
so
I'm so tuned in to being able to use that Kentucky windage.
yeah, I actually have a funny story about that. So I have a on my 22 um, Magnum, my Magnum. I have a Magnum Research 1022 Magnum,
Hmm.
and I had a really bad like Redfield scope or something on it. It wasn't a good scope.
Hmm.
And no, wait, that was on on the standard 22. I pardon me. The Redfield is on a standard 22. It was a $10 scope on $100 gun, right? So,
Right.
right. And
Right.
so,
Goodness. Yeah.
and then I put the bull barrel, or I put a Taxol barrel on the 1022. I put a better bolt in it. I did a bunch of work to it. The 22 got stupid accurate, but the scope was okay. It wasn't bad. But I was out one day, and actually I'm wrong. It wasn't a Redfield. It was a Simmons. and we're out shooting prairie dogs one day, and I'm noticing that as I'm shooting at this thing, I'm hitting like really far right.
Mm.
And so I literally while we were out, I dialed in the scope. I was just started shooting at dirt clods at like 100 at approximately 100 yards until I would hit the dirt clod,
Mm.
and then I was done. I was like, okay, now we can go. And then and my buddy was dying laughing that I was hitting prairie dogs at, at 100, 125 yards with this scope that I had literally just dialed in on dirt clods. And I'm like, well, I mean, obviously the scope it came loose or, whatever.
Yeah.
I did have to tighten the screws and stuff like that. I'm like, something changed. And I needed
Well,
to,
it
had to
was
have
a
a lot
red. It
more
was
fun.
a Redfield.
I think it's actually a Simmons, but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
It was a cheap
same
scope.
same thing. Yeah.
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 Simmons made some good stuff, but you had to be the right stuff. So
Simmons and Redfield both are those brands that at one point they made really good stuff.
yeah, well, see, Redfield is all was brought in. I don't know if it still is, but it was brought in under oh shit, Cellmark, which is Sightmark,
Yes, I'm right.
Pulsar. Trying to think of all the different
Mm-hmm.
Firefield. I don't remember, but there's several cheap,
Yeah,
cheaper
yeah.
stuff, right?
Very inexpensive.
So if you get Redfield from like the 70s, or even the 80s, those are pretty salty.
Yeah. What's the new one they just reintroduced a couple of years, well, not a couple of years ago now. It's like 5 or 6 years ago now. It was like a Vietnam Air brand that everybody liked, and now they're
Unerdle?
not Unerdal, but it's close to that. It's like Leatherwood.
Ah, Leatherwood. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the little 4 power. That's the popular ones, anyways. The 4 power carry handle mount ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I've actually got an original one of those on a 6.5 Creed that is built similarly to a dissipator. So, and that's why the 4 power
Mm.
uh, Leatherwood's on there.
Okay.
Hilux makes those now.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Or
Hilux.
no, Hilux was what they were. Leatherwood makes them now. Maybe
Yeah.
one of the
Something
two.
like that. Yeah.
I get it backwards, but yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Those are cool. They got a lot of the throwback stuff. They've got throwback stuff even for your um your '03 Springfields and things. The
Yeah.
big long 3 foot
Long.
long scopes and stuff.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Three
Yeah.
a 3 foot long 2 power scope.
Right. Well, you gathered a lot of light.
Right.
So I had I have a 6.5 Creedmoor AR-10, and it is ridiculously accurate for what it is. And I also have I have the most ridiculous gun in my collection is an AR in 224 Valkyrie with a 20, I believe it's a 24-inch barrel.
What's the twist?
Oh, I don't know. It's like 1 in 9, I think.
And it actually shoots decent.
Yeah, she's really good.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, and I mean it shoots out to like 800 yards pretty well.
Wow.
So I think it's 1 in 9
That's
because it's shooting. I mean it's shooting. It's basically shooting the same.
Did you build it or buy it?
I built it.
Okay.
I don't know how I ended up with a 224 Valkyrie barrel.
Yeah, that makes sense then.
But I ended up with this 224 Valkyrie barrel, and it's like a 24-inch barrel, like 1 in 9. It's
the production stuff with Valkyrie, they just never could get the barrels down. They never could get.
Well, I think they were trying to run. I always thought they were running like, and I could be wrong about this because I never actually bought a production 224 Valkyrie. But my understanding is they were basically treating it like it was a 308 and running like really slow barrel twists, like 1 in 10,
Yep.
1 in 12.
Yep.
And whereas I'm treating it like it's an AR and running, I'm pretty sure it's a 1 in 9.
Well, to get distance, you need weight. You need weight
Yeah.
to buck wind
Mm-hmm.
and other things.
Yeah.
And so when you add the weight,
Mm-hmm.
you need a faster twist. And so that was that relationship between the weight of the ammo and the barrel twist. Like the manufacturers
Maybe
that
it's
were putting them out just never could get them right.
yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a 1 in 7 because it's different than my AR. It's one up or down from where my AR is.
Oh, it's probably a 1 in 7 now.
Yeah, it could be a 1 in 7.
Mhm.
But I shoot the same 83 to 89 grain bullets.
Right.
I can the 80 actually what is that? So I shoot 70. I think I shoot the 75 grain ELD, which is a very long bullet.
Mm.
And so I can't load them to mag length in the AR mags. So
Right.
it's
I don't have a Valkyrie.
I love the Valkyrie. The
But
Valkyrie is like ridiculous.
one thing that I've always been curious about, if I ever run across one, got one cheap enough that was decent, and it would have to have like at least a 1 in 7 twist, if not even faster. But I've got some 100 grain 224 projectiles
Okay.
that I've actually loaded and ran in my. I've got an AR that's 24-inch barrel 1 in 7 twist.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually loaded those out before and shot those in that rifle, and they do pretty decent. But it's unheard of to see a 100 grain 224.
Yeah.
And
I've
I've always in the back of my mind since Valkyrie come out, I've thought, I wonder what I could load up in a 224 with a 100 grain projectile.
I have a 223 Savage Axis as well, and I load those pretty long because it's a bolt gun and it doesn't care.
Yep.
But and I really like that Axis. I thought the Axis was going to be a piece of junk, but it's actually a really good rifle.
Axis 2 or
just original Axis?
Really?
Yeah.
I think you got one of the good ones there too. Then
probably must have. I mean, my son loves it. I mean, it's like it makes really tiny groups.
Yeah. There's a reason there was a 2. So the original.
Yeah, I thought that was because they were trying to go to they were going to a more standard box magazine.
Yeah, but there was some trigger work and there's some work with the stock. There's several things they did.
Oh, they might have put the Accu trigger in it.
Mm-hmm. It's got the 2 has the Accu trigger and the Accu stock and
mine. I think mine has the Accu trigger in it, but I think it was like an option.
It's got pillars in the stock on the 2. So,
okay.
Yeah. Pillar bedded.
I would like a different stock I wish somebody made a stock for the Axis in 223. I don't know that anyone does.
Other than Boyd's getting a laminate or something.
Yeah.
If you're going to stay synthetic, I don't know of anybody.
Yeah. It's a good gun though. I mean, I didn't pay that much for it. It just does everything it needs to do.
Right. So, what else you got? Got other stuff?
Oh, to show and tell? Oh yeah. I mean, I've got my bull competition gun here.
Let's go.
So it's a full bull barrel, no bushingless barrel, whatever you want to call it. This is
full screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Got to hit the button. All right. So bull barrel, no bushing.
What's the coating on that barrel?
It's a TIN coated barrel.
Okay. Yeah. It didn't look stainless. That's why I was.
Yeah. No, it's a TIN coated barrel, and this is, I believe, this is not the DLC. Although I'm considering sending it to black nitride to have it black nitrided.
Right.
Because I do like this pistol, and it hasn't started showing wear really yet, but it's coming. getting a little bit here.
Now, is that barrel ported?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not.
Okay.
I'm going to have to have you come up really quick as I get you to
Yay. Well,
hello.
I'm up real quick.
Are you on a show?
Of course,
Yeah,
you didn't mute. You're
yeah,
not muted.
Wednesday.
He's
Okay.
not
Yeah.
muted.
Do you need me?
Salt Lake next week.
So maybe I can talk
You have to go to
over
Salt
it.
Lake
You know, I don't
instead
know.
of London.
What do we got?
London's like
Go
not
through
as
the
good as Salt.
chat a
I mean,
bit.
Salt Lake's not as good as London.
This is going to be weird, but I know there's some people asking what was
Okay.
behind me.
And it's kind of close to Vegas.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah, a few
several
hours.
things. I've got some loaded stuff. That's loaded 300
Are
blackout.
you?
That's
How many?
dies.
Let's talk about it later because
That's
maybe you can come hang out with me.
projectiles. That's dies. That's some
Yeah,
loaded
maybe.
stuff.
I've got
That's
a room
hand
and
loaded
everything.
stuff. This is factory. Obviously,
Alright,
down
Get back.
there behind me is powders. So,
All right. So
he's
back
back.
to. Oh wait. Let me swap around here. Okay, back to the bull.
There we go.
Okay. This is the RS. Yeah, this is the SRS. No provision for a red dot on this one. It's so just strictly iron sights, fiber optic on the front. Yeah, fiber optic as always. It's just a good 2011, right? So it's got a really good trigger. So the reset is positive. You could hear it.
Yep.
And
audible.
You can't see my finger move.
It's audible and tactile.
Yeah, it's very positive, which is what you want. I mean, the trigger's good. It's not the best, crispest trigger out there like the one that I built, but for an out of the box gun, it's pretty good.
Right.
I mean, I've done nothing to this gun. This is exactly the way this gun comes from Bull. I think it was $2,200 new, which I know some people think that's pricey for a gun, but you know, it is what it is. And I've not needed to do anything to it except clean it. And I'll take it apart every once in a while. Maybe once a season, I'll take it apart and I'll run it through the ultrasonic. The whole thing gets ultrasonic and put it all back together. I take it down to the very last screw, ultrasonic everything, put it all back together, and then lube it. And then I'll run it another 6-8 months, and then I'll do the same thing. So guns held up great. Everything is it's just everything that it needs to be.
Right.
And then I have this. This is the gun that my son's shooting right now. This is a Rock Island Armory. I don't know what they call it. I thought they had it written on the slide what they call it, but they do not have what they call it.
The Rock.
Yeah. So Rock Island. This is actually a really accurate gun. Now, Rock Island, like a lot of guns, gun manufacturers, sometimes you get a good one, sometimes not so much. This is a no mag. This is a bushing barrel, so no bull barrel. This trigger, and again, we've not done anything to this thing. This trigger needs some work. It's a little heavy. But you know, my kid ran it. I use it. It's stupid accurate for a gun that's out of the box.
Right.
And I haven't done anything to it except clean it. You can't ask for more. This was $800.
Yeah.
You know, and it came with magazines.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you can send this gun to Aaron Hayes at Hayes Custom Gun Works, and he'll refit the slide. He'll do a trigger job. He'll clean up the grip a little bit. He'll do some work to it. He's in Texas near you. Actually, I think he's north of you.
Yeah.
But anyway, Hayes Custom Gun Works in Texas will do an amazing job making this gun awesome for about $800, which is, you know, you could be in this gun if you buy one on the market for like $700 used. or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and send it to him for another 700, 800 bucks. You know, you're $1,600 into a ready to go
Right.
competition level.
Now, how
Right.
many rounds is through that one, you think?
This one, uh, I mean, at least 5, maybe 8,000
Yeah.
at least.
Okay. I was just curious when you're talking about the trigger because sometimes, I mean, guns need to be run. You know, a lot of people don't realize that. They'll get something and out of the box, it won't be super
Yeah.
great, and that they've only got a box or two shells to it. It's like, come on, you gotta put them through the paces.
Yeah, no, that's really true. And even guns that, I'll have people talk to me about, that their gun won't work, right? Or it doesn't cycle, or it jams, or whatever, double feeds, whatever. And I'm like, well, how many rounds have you shot? Especially ARs. People will say, hey, I've got this $500 AR
Yep.
or $1,000 AR or whatever. I just went and
Well,
bought a new M&P and it won't run. And I'm like,
hmm
well, how many rounds you got through it? One mag or half a mag. I'm like, dude, you got to run 100 rounds through it before you
yep.
before you even expect it to work. Like,
So yesterday, I took this one. This was the first one that we looked at. But anyway, so took this one out yesterday, right out of the box. Um, and the very first round, it fires, it cycles, and it doesn't go quite back into battery. I had to bump it, and it never hiccuped. Of course, I'm only run maybe 20 or 30 rounds to it, but it never hiccuped after that, right?
mm-hmm.
Well, it did that because it's brand new out of the box. It needs to be run. Like
Yeah.
I know this, but people would buy this. They would take it home. It would do that, and then they would say it's a piece of shit. Oh, it's a piece of
Yeah.
trash. It's garbage. It's like
Yeah.
no,
100%.
like you gotta break them in. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
gotta
It's an
wear things
interesting
in.
thing because, and I've run into that a lot. And people, I mean, I've talked to a lot of people who said, man, my gun just won't run. I'm like, well, how, dude, put 100 rounds to it. Now, I did have a guy come in the other day. He bought this AR. I'm assuming that he put it together or from pieces, and he was saying that he bought it, or he bought it from someone who put it together and didn't know what they were doing. It didn't have a gas tube in it.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So I fired it, and it wasn't even trying to move. So I'm like, well, maybe it just needs some lube because it's pretty dry. So oiled it up, shot it again. I'm looking at the bolt. Bolt's not moving.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. And I'm like, so I start looking to see. I'm like, hey, does it have adjustable gas on it? And I started looking at it to see if maybe the low profile gas block had been twisted a little bit and wasn't. And I look, and as I'm looking through the handguard, there's no gas block.
No, yeah.
I mean, no gas tube at all.
How important can that be?
Yeah, how important can the gas tube be, right? And so I'm like, hey, all you need is a $5 gas tube, and you'll be running, like you'll be cooking.
Right.
All right, so I have another one here for you.
Yeah.
Here we go. So this is a 1911 that I built. It's got really fancy grips.
Yeah, they are.
There, it's a carbon fiber with like an aluminum mesh in it, embedded in it. So this is in 38 Super.
Nice.
Yeah. Whose barrel is this? This is Nowlin. I don't remember whose barrel it is, but it's a good barrel. 38 Super. This one, it's a pretty good trigger. I could work with the over travel a little bit, but it's a carry gun, so I don't want to do that. I believe the site is from Rock Island. They used to sell these all the time when they would move on from production. I forget whose beaver tail this is. This is a tactical machine, I think. This started out life as an 80%.
Right.
An actual 80%. I ordered it in a group buy through Calguns or somebody like that. I think I paid $90 or $80 or something for it.
Uh-huh.
And then I machined it at my shop into a functioning firearm, and it's Cerakoted. It's been Cerakoted since 2015. No scratches or anything. So held up pretty well. And it's smooth, but it needs to be shot. I need to shoot more. I need to shoot it more.
Yeah.
And I need to go away. I need to, put a, it's got a standard recoil spring assembly in it. So I need to put a full length guide rod, and, there's just some little tweaks that need to be made. This is really like a period correct carry gun.
Mm-hmm.
There's no checkering on the front strap. This is no frills. This is just a gun that you would, I'd throw in that shoulder holster over there and carry around all day. And it looks cool because it's all blacked out and got the fancy grips and all that. But,
Mm-hmm.
get
Nice.
some Mickey Spillane up in here.
Right. Right. Now, do you load 38 Super?
I do.
Cool.
I load everything. I loaded, I have dies for every single caliber that I shoot except for 22.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I have dies for everything. All of it.
Me too.
It's like the first thing if I buy a gun and it's a cartridge, it's like a new cartridge.
Yeah.
The first thing I do is buy a set of dies for it.
Just buy the dice? Yeah, me too. Obviously, from the stacks of shit behind me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've got, I don't even know, 50 sets of dies. It's not even funny. 38 Super is a little hard to. 38 Super is a little hard to find factory ammo. That's why I said that.
Aguila, baby.
Yeah,
Shit's hot, though.
I think Sig.
Sig and Aguila, yeah.
I think Sig is the stuff that I've got in there that I've bought. I think was it Sig or Ammo Inc? Maybe an Ammo Inc. Of course, Ammo Inc. ain't around no more. So, yeah.
So Sig's 38 Super is it's good. I think the Aguila is a little hot.
Yeah.
But which is fine. It runs the gun.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Magtech used to make 38 Super. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah.
But I load. So I probably have 1,000 or so Montana Gold 125 grain flat points for 38 Super, and everything else I just use berries or whatever. And so, and I don't compete with 38 Super, so I don't use a lot of it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, I loaded 700 rounds of 9mm the other day, and I have another 300 I need to tear down because I had a powder issue, or I believe that I had a powder issue, and I don't fuck around. If I don't know when it happened or how it happened, I'll tear the whole lot down. I'd rather tear down 1,000 rounds of ammunition than run the risk of blowing up a gun or something.
Yep. Yeah, it's easy enough to tear it down and rebuild it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're wasting anything.
No, just it takes you a few hours.
Everything's recoverable. So
right. Yeah, exactly. And I had a somehow I must have had the top off of my powder hopper, and somehow a primer, a bent primer, or a piece of primer got into the powder hopper, and it stopped the flow of powder. And so my and I wasn't at that time running a powder cop,
right?
And I'm just like looking at it, and I find that and I think I only had like 3 rounds that didn't have powder in them before I caught it, because I checked pretty good.
Right.
But how do I find those 3 rounds?
Well, if you have an inconsistency issue, if you've got an issue you can trace back to just a few rounds, that's one thing. So a lot of times what I'll do, because I keep everything in order on my loading block, and then I do that for a reason.
I'm running on progressive.
That way, yeah.
I'm running on a progressive, so every time I pull that handle, it pushes it into a bin.
If you're running progressive, you're screwed. Yep, because it's gonna dump it into. Yep, yeah. If I was running on the Dillon, I'd be screwed. Yeah.
I have now developed a habit of every time I run out of primers, I empty the bin,
Right.
because otherwise I'll have more than that's how I get 300 rounds that I
Yeah.
need to tear down. So I'm just in there chunk, and then
Well,
I'm like,
if I'm
well,
paying
go ahead.
if I'm paying attention, I can usually catch an undercharge or an overcharge
Hmm.
usually.
Yeah.
And enough that it's going to be problematic anyway. I mean, negligible is negligible.
Hmm.
Especially if you're talking just range ammo, just practice
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I've got a lighting system under on my
Yeah. I do
Dillon
too.
that I can turn on, and if you're paying attention, that's usually where my focus is usually at
Yeah.
is the powder
So,
drop, and so when you bring it down, it's pretty easy to tell. Oh, that looks not right.
so
You know?
again, I catch it. Usually, I catch it within one, two, three, maybe 3 rounds
Right.
usually.
Yeah,
But the problem is once it's in the hopper, I don't know which 3 rounds.
where it's at. Uh-huh.
Right. So I've got 300 rounds in there,
And
and I would rather
and
tear
you
them
don't
all down.
clear that, and you don't clear that regularly. I'm
I
guessing.
do now. I've developed the habit of every time I run 100 rounds of, or I run 100 primers through, because that's how
Yeah.
much my primer
Right.
thing holds.
And then clear it every time
And I
you
clear the bin when
reset.
yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as I
Yep.
get the low primer alert, I empty the bin first,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
I recharge the primers, and
Reset.
then at most I'm going to have 100 rounds that
Yeah.
I need to tear apart.
Yeah. What I do because because your primer tubes hold 100, so yeah, that's what I do as well.
Mhm.
I'll do a complete reset at 100, basically.
Well,
So
the phone call I got is my wife may actually make it to SHOT Show with me.
oh wow, okay,
Well, she'll be in town, so she
in
was
town
going to go to London,
hanging out.
but now she has to be in Salt Lake City for a meeting. So she's having to cancel her London flights and redirect to Salt Lake City. And Salt Lake City is 30-minute flight from, or an hour flight from Salt Lake City to
Hmm.
Vegas. And she's like, "Hey, it's really close. Why don't I just?" I'm like, "Yeah, come hang out with me for a few days."
Hang out. Hmm.
And I don't know that I can get her
Cool.
into the SHOT Show, but she can definitely hang out there with
At this point, probably not, especially as much trouble as you had.
as much as I caused. You mean?
Well, that's true. That's
I
true.
haven't asked for the refund. I don't think they're going to give me the refund, so I didn't even ask.
I've got one more, and then we can talk shot if you want.
Let's
But
talk.
this one, I've been saving this one because
All right.
we're going to talk FRTs,
Oh
and
boy.
we're
Hey,
going to
mine are on
talk.
the way.
We're going to talk. Go ahead.
So based on your recommendations, because I believe you, I ordered I think 2 of the AR style, and 1 Glock style.
Okay.
Is what I ordered, because they were $100.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
And you got the ones that come with the trigger shoe, right?
Yeah. The flat
Yeah.
flat
Trigger
trigger.
shoe, the lever, the lever, and the safety. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if you don't, that's the way to go. Because you don't have to, but then you've got to try to Dremel and machine your trigger, and that, like, for $100, just buy the fucking kit and put it in. Yeah. So the original host anyway, was this one, my XM177
Look
here,
at you.
which is a great candidate to go burp. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
it
You're
looks
full
cool
on
doing
cost.
it. It's one of them things. The only fucked up thing is the super safety is a push through design rather than the lever, safety
Yeah.
lever. So that's kind of jacked up. It doesn't, but this is a XM177 inspired build, not a not a direct, you know, copy. One of the you know how people get sometimes about their copies. Well, it's not period correct, or I wasn't concerned with that. I just wanted to have that look.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, you'll notice I've got a curved shoe on this one.
Yeah.
So the original super safety that I got is a flat trigger. It's over in an SBR right now. Because once I put it in and got it running and it was so much fun, I'm like, okay, I want another one.
Right.
And so I put the flat trigger in my more modern SBR, and then I got the curved one to go back into this one here because the flat looked kind of weird on this. Anyway, so a couple things I had to do with this one to get it to get the cadence and everything running right. Now you got to remember that with your any of your FRT, especially your super safety stuff,
Hmm.
um, that you need full auto bolt carrier group.
Yep.
But right back here, I had to shave just a little bit of the lip on the upper, and
Mm.
then down into probably not going to be able to see it, but down in behind the trigger well right here,
Yep.
I had to shave a little bit of that as well, and then add a. I'm using a mil spec spring,
Yep.
but I did have to run the H2 buffer on this,
Okay.
and it's running great. So the way it works for people that have never seen the super safety. So again, it's a push through style safety, and it's got three positions. One way is semi-auto, the other way is safe and semi-auto, and then if you straddle it and put it in the middle, that's your super safe, right? Your FRT. And so the way that it works, I can prop up here. Let me see if I can figure out how to prop this up and make it where you can see it. Um, so I've got it halfway, and then so here is your super safety lever right here. And so what you're going to do is you pull the trigger, and I'm going to pull it with my thumb here so that you can see the forced reset happen. So so I just fired, right? Now the bolt's going to come back. My finger is going to be the bolt, right? And so my finger's going to come back. That's the bolt, right? It's just locked the hammer back. Now the bolt would catch the super safety, right? Now as I move this safety lever back, watch my thumb and watch it force my thumb forward. I don't know if you
Mm.
caught that or not, but and then when the bolt comes back forward again, watch what happens to the hammer. So again, bolt comes back, it grabs the lever. Watch my thumb, it forces everything forward. See it move ever so slightly,
Yep.
and then it drops it. So that's how everything works, and it's just it's so genius that somebody come up with that shit. Do you know what I mean? Like that you've got all of that going on internally in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has always been one of my favorite rifles, just because it's simple. Like it gets no simpler than this right here.
Yeah.
Like this is about as basic and classic and whatever as you can get um, with an AR. And then yeah, so when I first started looking into force reset, I was like, this has got to be the first one I do. It's got to be. You know, this
Mm.
one right here deserves to go burp a few times.
So I have an RDS,
Hmm.
right? And that's where it's a drop-in bit that basically performs the third pin function,
Hmm.
and it makes it select fire to some degree.
Right.
Um, and I mean, it makes it. I mean, I've never been able to really get the actual select fire to work 100% um, with mine.
It's all tricky. It's so let me back up and say that one I had to shave on the upper a little bit.
Hmm.
And the upper, I don't even know. That's an M1. That's a A1 upper
Yeah.
that I got at a gun show somewhere or something. So who knows what
Right.
it is? The lower is a Bushmaster. It's fairly modern within the
Yeah.
last
Common.
15 years, 10, 15 years, 20, something like that. And I had to shave a little bit, both of those, right? And then I had to run that H2 buffer. Um, Now, when I put the one in my SBR, my 300 Blackout SBR, it's Yankee Hill machine upper and lower, and I didn't have to shave anything on
Right.
that one. And but in order to get that one is fast. Oh my god, it's so fast. Like I don't. This one has a really cool cadence to it. That one is just really it's obnoxiously fast. Um, but even trying to slow that down some, I had to run the Voltor A5 buffer system in that.
Oh wow.
And that was a little more involved because that's the Voltor A5 buffer, the Voltor A5 spring, and you also got to have the Voltor tube to house all that because it's a different length tube, slightly longer.
Hmm.
Um, and so that's what I had to do while I didn't have to shave in order to get the cadence and everything working right on it. I had to use that Voltor kit. So
Hmm.
um, I say that to say that with any of the forced reset stuff that you try to do, there's going to be some tweaking to it.
Well, so I have I mean, the Ardias is, it's a registered drop-in auto sear, right?
Right.
So it in theory should work perfectly with the mil spec select fire trigger, but I've
Should.
never got mine to really work right. It
Right.
does work, and you can get it kind of right, but every now and again you'll have it on single and you'll get a double.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's rare, but anyway.
But it happens.
But
Yeah.
I get, and I'm saying all that to lead up to, I was watching a video, TikTok or something like that. I forget whose video it was. And they were like showing off this drop-in, fully machined, what they were calling an FRT, but when they took it out of the gun, to me, it looks like a slight redesign of the drop-in auto sear.
Ooh, that's probably not good.
That's what it looks like to me. I can't find the
Yeah.
video, so maybe but maybe somebody got a hold of them and told them that, say, hey
Well,
man, whether you know it or not, what you've designed already exists. And
right.
so
Well,
and I was
that's one of the
tempted,
reasons on this. Go ahead.
I was tempted when I was looking at I specifically remember you said the super safety, and I know some other people using super safeties, but I was tempted to try the Atreus forced reset setup. I just
Right.
didn't know enough about it. So
I've read with that particular one, and it's one of the reasons I didn't. First of all, it's more expensive.
it is.
But then second of all, I had read about more problems with those.
Mm.
And the super safety from Combat Armory, which is what I've got, both of them, that like I didn't really get anything good or bad either way. Like there was, yeah, okay, you may have to tune it or do this and that, depending on it depends on the rifle and your
Mhm.
setup, and it depends on a lot of factors, right? Oh, another thing I did have to do, by the way, on the SBR, simply because it's an SBR, it's 300 blackout. I'm running a can sometimes, blah blah blah. Is I had to swap my
All the things.
gas block. I had to go.
It's a 2-stamp gun.
I had to go with. Yeah. I had to go with. Well, I mean the suppressor is removable, but yeah, the I had to go with an adjustable gas block on that.
Mm.
So I
I
do
love
have to.
adjustable gas
That's one
blocks.
thing I do have to do is I do depending on if I'm shooting supers or subs or if I'm
Mhm.
suppressed or not. Like I've got it's pretty quick. It's got the click detent adjustments on it. It's a gas block from Faxon.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice gas block and it's got the detent adjustments. So it's real easy to just stick the thing in there and go click 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 and go back and forth wherever you need to go. But I did have to do that too on the SBR. So this one here though runs fine. Um,
I mean, I honestly consider um, I consider adjustable gas blocks non-negotiable. The gun just has to have one. The way the guns are
that's
made,
literally the only adjustable gas block I've got on a rifle. Literally, that's it.
I have had, the guns are so overgassed that the amount of felt recoil, the amount of wear in the gun, it's just accelerated so
And
much.
dirt.
And if you run a can on one, it is so brutal.
Mhm.
So he got a
Yep.
Sons of Liberty Gunworks M4-76. The Sons of Liberty guys have been catching a lot of heat.
Right.
So
Right. The but no, the reason back to what you said about the auto sear stuff. That's
mhm.
why I wanted to show here because we talked about the FRTs before and whatever. That's why I wanted to show here how it operates.
Yeah.
Is like it's clearly not a fucking machine gun.
Right. Well, the auto
Like,
sear is. I mean,
like
the auto sear
it is clearly doing. There is all these motions in play that you don't get with a machine gun.
So have you followed the Lightning Link guy? his case? Have you followed that at all?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure how much you want to talk about that fucktard,
The
but
only thing I
yeah.
really want to talk about is how he was basically giving away a metal business card with
His problem, yeah, his problem was not necessarily his main issues, and he even, I think, in a more recent video since he's gotten out, has said as much, and maybe some interviews or something. But he, his main issues was not the actual card itself. It
Mhm.
was a lot of the organized crime, money laundering bullshit that was going on with some other folks. So that was like I don't know if red herring is the right word, but the whole auto card thing was like a red herring for like a lot of the gun community that don't know the fucktard to get
Mm.
behind it.
Yeah,
But he's a sleazy piece of shit, is what he is. So
it seems like it.
I really don't care. I really don't care that he's out. I really wouldn't have cared if he got the lethal injection or the electric chair. I really wouldn't have cared. Um,
So I did not
and I'll
watch
tell
the
you,
one.
why.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell you why, because a lot of
Mhm.
people's going to go, "Oh, that was harsh." Here's
Mm.
why. That motherfucker has reported gun channels to YouTube before, and had
Really,
his followers to report gun channels, trying to eliminate competition. Essentially,
really.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bad. If he's doing
yeah,
that, that's bad.
yeah. So fuck that guy. I hadn't had anything for him for years. So
Yeah.
when I found that, I didn't really care for him before I knew that. He's a,
But now you
he's
really
a,
don't like him.
but
Like
yeah,
I didn't have
yeah,
a
I really,
reason to dislike him, but now I really dislike him.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's a legit reason to actually, get as close as you can get to hate on someone. But
yeah.
I just find it interesting the way that he was prosecuted on the Lightning link, um, and that was the majority of the press. And
That was the majority of the press, but if you actually go through the court documents and look at all the
yeah,
charges and everything, that was not the crux of why he went to fucking prison. That was not the crux of why he was it had to do with all the money
well,
laundering, organized
I,
crime bullshit.
yeah, I guess my question is, and I don't think he answered. Now, again, I didn't watch all of this. I really haven't.
Well, real quick, you know
But
how
why
this
is he
works.
out? I don't understand why he's out. Like is he got a did he get a pardon? Did he get a reprieve?
I believe he's on parole.
Oh,
I believe is what it is.
okay. So he got
But
20 years. He did 5. Is that what it is?
yeah,
Okay.
basically, yeah. He so you know how this goes with gun laws, and a lot of people, we talk about this in the 2A community a lot, right?
Mhm.
So you say, "Oh, well, it's illegal for a felon to have a gun." Well, who's gonna fucking know if a felon's got a gun unless they get caught doing something and they've got a gun, right? Like, how are you gonna fucking know? Type thing. There's a lot
Mhm.
of weird fucking gun laws like that, right? So there's secondary charge gun laws, right? A lot
Yes.
of the shit that anti-gunners want is secondary. Like somebody's already broken the fucking law,
Right. And this is
and
an add-on.
many times egregiously broken the law in the case of murder or assault or something like that. And then this is just a stack on charge, right? So that
Yeah.
is basically what was going on. All of the major charges had nothing to do with the auto card, the
Mm.
auto key card. That was a tack on, basically.
Yeah.
But because that was 2A oriented, and because a lot of places didn't deep dive into the charges, they just looked at the headline and the surface area, right?
Sure.
It's like, oh, this guy's getting railroaded for, by the ATF, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, this fucker was like balls deep in fucking organized crime, money laundering bullshit's what this dude was.
Yeah. That's legit. I go with it.
So, it's
Yeah.
kind of like, a felon robbing a store, a felon who's, out, obviously, goes and robs a liquor store, you know, or whatever, or is a getaway driver. But when he gets pulled over, he's got a gun, or so, you know what I mean? Like it's secondary.
Hmm. I mean, it's definitely interesting uh, to me, because again, I didn't follow the case. I thought the whole thing
Yeah.
was stupid. Um, I guess is
Oh, with the auto key card, I agree. I mean, I
yeah.
agree.
Um,
But if you're gonna play in that gray fucking area, and you're gonna do some of the things that like, I would not have done the things he did, right? And this is what I don't understand, except that I think I know him well enough um to understand his mentality. First of all, he's not the
Mm.
sharpest fucking knife in the drawer. He's
He
a
doesn't seem
fucking
to be.
he's a
That's
fucking retard.
mm.
But then second of all, he really likes to poke the bear because he loves the drama,
Yeah,
right? He's a drama whore, and that's part of the trying to get channels taken down, right? So he's real shifty, real shady. He's a fucktard. He's got all these bad qualities. Um, and you add that up, and it sort of makes fucking sense, right?
sure.
But I would never even do a video with an auto key card. I wouldn't even do a
Mm.
YouTube video, let alone do a YouTube video and then try to give the motherfucker away. Now I might talk about it and say, "Hey, did you guys know there was this thing called you know what I mean?"
Mm.
But I certainly wouldn't like show it working and show how to cut one out, and then I certainly wouldn't be giving the fuckers away. Not when if there's anything that is is problematic from an ATF standpoint, which the
Mhm.
auto key card was. If there's anything problematic from an ATF standpoint, you ain't gonna see me touch it. And I've got
Yeah,
videos to that effect that's proof, because when the whole pistol brace thing was going on, um, I had never owned a pistol brace. I don't care for pistol braces. I just
hmm
really don't. Even though I showed you that
yeah.
strap
I've
on
got a
that's
really
got one.
cool one. I'll have to the next time because
Um,
it's in the other it's
I've
in the
just
actual house.
never but I've been before pistol braces was a thing. You basically SBR'd something, and like I've got multiple SBRs right at this
Hmm.
point. So
Yeah,
like the pistol braces just don't turn me on necessarily. But um, so I had a couple of things come in. One of them being the X-Star EP45, and a lot of those things I held off until we got the injunction and everything for the pistol brace ruling. And I held off making videos because of that fact, you know.
mm.
And then, once we got the injunction, I was like, okay, I'll make some videos. But while all that was going on, I didn't fucking put out videos with pistol braces and showing pistol braces and doing, to me it didn't make any sense to do that, you
Yeah,
know. Why would I promote, put out, showcase, feature a product that in a month or two maybe nobody's able to get anyway?
sure.
Like, that doesn't do me any good. That doesn't do the company any good. That doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, I was apathetic about pistol braces. I still am. I think they're kind of stupid. I have a so I consider my um, pistol my SBR my AR SBRs is some of the worst money I've ever spent um, because you can't sell them ever
Right.
because nobody will buy them because they'll just SBR their own AR, right? Like there's nothing special
especially
about it.
especially now, because there's no $200
Yeah, there's no $200 tax stamp.
fee
So
fee
I
on
can,
it. Well, there is a tax stamp, but there's no $200 to pay for it.
yeah. So um, I just I'm apathetic about them. I have one of the Deadfoot Arms braces.
Deadfoot's got some cool shit. Yep.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It works perfect. Like it's one of the
Yeah.
few, um, you know, proprietary bolt carrier, proprietary spring systems that actually like works 100%. I've run, I use that gun in bay matches
Yeah.
because it's a 10.5 inch
Mhm.
barrel and the
Deadfoot's
bolt.
good stuff. Maxim's another one that's got some good
Yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
all their stuff's expensive though.
Hmm.
The SB tactical stuff, which is what most people can afford,
Yeah.
it's not that great.
No, no. And so I have a I forget whose it is. Not Voltor. It's a similar brand of Voltor, um, and they have a kind of a extending stock brace sort of thing, and I have one of those, and then I have the Deadfoot Arms, and I've got an original SIG brace. I've got maybe a couple of those with the original SIG brace paperwork um, floating around here somewhere. I've got SKB. I've got or SKD, SK whatever it is. Um, I literally so like holsters. I have a bucket of stocks around here somewhere that I've tried.
All right.
I'm like, yeah, I don't like this shit. So
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm talking about, right? Like almost
Yeah.
every gun owner at some point ends up with a 5-gallon bucket or a bin or a bag or a suitcase somewhere full of holsters that they tried, and then they it pinched or
Oh my God.
you didn't like the release, or you didn't like it made you sweaty or whatever, and you're just like, yeah, fuck this holster, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put it in the bag, and you go buy another one, or you're in a gun store and you're like,
It,
this is way better than what I'm wearing right now, I'm gonna buy this thing, take it on.
it's not even holsters with me.
Yeah.
It's it's holsters, it's optics, it's magazines, it's stocks, it's forends, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my God.
Accessories.
Like I've literally got boxes on
I
shelves, like
deal in
boxes full of shit.
I deal in firearms and firearm accessories.
Yeah.
I kill that
I've
shit.
got multiple of those those boxes that you use for like document boxes, right? Uh,
Yes.
that you get your folder
Banker's
put together.
boxes.
Yeah, banker's boxes. There you go. Yeah, I've got shelves and just lined with those. I don't even know how many tons. And I mean, there's multiple that are full of optics, or multiples that are full of holsters, or you know, it's like I don't know what I'm gonna do with that shit. Like nobody really wants it. Could I get a few bucks a pop for them or something if I went and set up at a gun show? I
Mm-hmm.
maybe, but
Yeah.
you gotta have somebody that's either really hard up, needing something super cheap, or that something that's looking for that specific thing for some reason, right? So the market is super thin. Um,
It's kind of weird how
but
that is now
but
too.
the thing about having all that, one of the cool things is, a lot of times I can at least I have something I can give somebody a lot of times to get them by. So somebody will get a new rifle, they'll get a new
Mm-hmm.
pistol, they'll get this or they'll get that, and I'll hear them. They're like, "Man, I really need to get." I'm like, "Hey, okay, while you're trying to figure out what you want, right? Or doing your research, here, use this, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when you get through with it, don't bring it back. Like you deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you
no, for
you
sure.
put it in a box and store that fucking thing, because I ain't.
Yeah. Well, I think it's an interesting thing because there was a time when I bought and sold a ton of accessories, Voltor stocks, Troy handguards, all this stuff, where like I would just have this, I would literally just go through my, you know, bucket of stuff I'll never use again. And I'd take a picture and I'd put it up on my local gun bulletin board, and it would all be sold within, a weekend. Right.
Mm.
Somebody would, and I mean, I was offering like Voltor SOP mod stocks for like, which are 100, or at the time were like 100, 125 bucks. I'd be like, hey man, give me 50 bucks. We're good. Right.
Right.
And, or, Troy handguards, which were, I don't even know how much it were, but yeah, I'd sell the Troy handguard for not a lot of money, and, um, you know, uh, whatever. But now I've just gotten too lazy to do that. People are too much of a flake. The, gun forums have kind of gone the way of the dodos. So it's really hard to it's very hard to even access a community. You can't sell stuff on Facebook anymore. They'll kill your account.
Yep.
You
The
know,
only
arms list is kind of dead.
one of the beautiful, yeah, you got arms list as far as national. The only saving grace around here for me is there's a website, Texas Gun Trader. It's been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of an old school, kind of a hokey website. Um, but it's still there, still clicking, and it is a wonderful place to be able to buy, sell, trade. So if you live
Mm-hmm.
in Texas anyway, Texas Gun Trader will be your friend for sure. Now it's now you can only have like 5 posts at one time or something like that, and there's some features that you have to pay for every month. It's not super expensive. Um, it used to be completely free, and I noticed because I'm grandfathered in because I've been a member there forever. But I did notice I had helped somebody sign up. I don't even know. It's been 6, 8 months ago now, probably. And I helped somebody sign up, kind of walked them through it, and I noticed that there was features that were missing unless you paid. Um, but for the most part, even the free one, especially if you're buying, the free one is okay. It's more so if you're trying to sell stuff
Mm.
that I think you got to pay like it's like $5 a month. It's not crazy.
Yeah.
If you do a lot of buying, selling, and trading and stuff, it's probably worth the $5 a month.
Yeah. Arms List is now, um, since it's not free anymore, it's been, I'm not on it nearly as much.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
we're getting a question. What do we think? What do you, and because I've not played with one,
Mhm.
what do you think about the 4.6 by 30 versus like 5.7?
Oh, I have not played with that one, so I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
Yeah. I think it's, I don't know. It's, I think it's around looking for a reason to exist. To me, it's like
yeah,
the 17 HMR
yeah. Or the 17.
Hornet
What's the no? There's another 17. Damn it! What is that one? WMR.
WMR. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all kind of the same thing. In theory, this round is supposed to designed to be able to penetrate body armor. Um, that's of limited usefulness to me.
Right.
Um, the
Right.
I don't I as far as I don't know. I to me it really seems like it's a creation looking for a reason to exist, right? Like I don't know that it's a real thing just yet. I could be wrong.
Are we gonna talk shot before we get out of
Yeah,
here?
let's talk shot really quick before we get out of here. So I have been ignoring the app trying to plan out my deal because I wanted to talk to you about it,
Mhm.
um, and uh, and kind of maybe coordinate some stuff with you.
The app's okay. The app's useful for a few things. I don't use it a whole lot though.
Okay, I was in
So
that.
you know.
See, I was already thinking that you confirming it helps. What do you think about? So what my plan is to basically I'm going to spend the first day just kind of getting a lay of the land and trying to meet up with some people and set up some interviews,
Mhm.
and then I want to
So
um
let me
but
pause you right
yeah,
quick.
pause.
Don't lose your train of thought. How long are you there?
I'm
When
there
you
the whole time. I leave Saturday.
you leave Saturday? Okay, great. Okay, so that's number one is you need to be there the whole time. Okay,
Well, I get
continue.
home Saturday. I leave. Well, let me double check. I got my calendar right here. Give me one sec. Throw the calendar up and let's see what it says. All right, so I fly in. So I have an 8:55. Oh wait, that might be my. No, that's my flight. 8:55 flight to Las Vegas. I get there at 11:40 p.m. That's on Monday.
Hmm.
So I'm going to be wrecked
Nah, fine.
on Tuesday.
You'll be fine.
And
You'll be fine because
then
you're going back in time.
mm,
So you think you're gonna be wrecked, but when you get there, because of the time difference, you're gonna be waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning wide awake.
yeah, it's I get there at 11:40. I'm barely gonna have time to get to. I have to literally call the. I'm calling the airport Monday morning. I
Mhm.
mean, not the airport, the hotel Monday morning, and telling them that I know that I'm. There's a high likelihood that I will be very very late checking in, and see if I can check in over the phone.
Right.
Um, and then I have a on Saturday I have a 1:40 a.m. flight to Nashville. I get in at 5 a.m. So
Wow, that's weird.
yeah.
Okay, so you leave out late Friday night.
Yeah, yeah. I effectively will
Theoretically
be at
speaking.
the. I will effectively go to the airport at midnight.
Okay, but you're at shot all day. So,
I'm at
um,
shot all day. I can have
okay,
dinner.
okay,
You know.
okay, great. Yeah, there may be another get together Friday evening. Um, that's still kind of up in the air.
Mm.
So, okay, okay, okay. So anyway, back to what you were originally saying, your game plan. So you get in. So Tuesday, what's your game plan? You said
Yeah,
Tuesday.
so Tuesday, I'm just going to try and get the lay of the land, kind of get an idea where things are. I know Brian Nelson's going to be there. I'm going to try and meet up with him. I don't know who else is going to be there. Unlike SEMA Shot Show, I don't have a bunch of people in my community that are just sounding off about, hey, I'm going to be there at booth whatever. Come by and see me.
Right.
Come check, come check out what we got new. I've literally only had a few people
Not a lot.
even admit that they're going to SHOT Show. Now I don't know if that's because they want to keep it off social media or what. I don't know what the motivation is for
It's
that.
just it's kind of with the people that go to shot regularly, it's kind of I mean, I make a big deal out of it just
Mm-hmm.
because, but I mean, it's really not that big a deal. In fact, my
Mm-hmm.
wife just yesterday or the day before, she was like, "You realize that we haven't really packed or started even making a list of things to pack or
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "Yeah, I just it's going to these things is just it becomes second nature at some point and like it's just not that big a deal and it's like we can it's very easy to get everything together the day before if we have to as long as I got
Yeah.
enough time to charge devices. That's my biggest thing. um so I think that has a lot to do with it. But also there's not a lot of like booth appearance, not official booth appearance type stuff. Yeah, there's people that hang out in certain booths and you can usually find them in certain booths and things like that, but a lot of times that don't get announced anyway. So but solid strategy for Tuesday because it's been a while, obviously, since you've been and whatnot. So you got some idea what to
Mm-hmm.
expect, but I can promise you it's not going to be what you think. And so it can be overwhelming. And then getting the lay of the land and some other things. So Tuesday, if you've been there every year for years, then Tuesday can be a hit the ground running and get the shit done. Right.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my plan. Um, but if it's been a while or if it's your first time, yeah, Tuesday, just take it easy, learn
Well, I'm
everything,
going to try and
whatever.
just figure out where everything is.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really, and maybe I just haven't looked enough to find it, but I haven't really seen a floor plan where I can say I can route my path around and say, hey, I'm going to be in this hall and I'm going to hit these guys. I'm going to be in this hall. I'm going to hit these guys. I haven't. Maybe I just haven't looked enough, and that it exists. I just haven't done. I just
You
haven't.
haven't. There's an exhibitor list on the NSSF website for Shot Show, um, that has like an interactive map type thing. Um, so you could potentially do that.
Sure.
But part of it is going to be just looking at the booth numbers, right?
Yeah.
So if you once you get the list, and I don't know if you've gotten the magazine in the mail or not. Some people don't get it. I didn't get one, but then two of my crew did this year, so it's
I
really
don't have
weird.
one yet.
Yeah, so you probably won't, but you can do it through the app or you can do it online. And um, the once you have the booth numbers, whether you put that into a list, which you can mark them as favorites in the Shot Show app. So whether you do that or you manually put them in a list or whatever, then you can kind of organize those booth numbers, and you'll get an idea at least. Because there's basically four main sections that you've got to concern yourself with. So you got to know what booth numbers apply to which sections, which is pretty easy to get. Um, and then, but you've got the basement, you've got the main floor, you've got Caesars, and then you've got law enforcement. Now there is a fifth, which is the pop up or the Shot Show Next or whatever, which is upstairs, all the way upstairs. But there's very few things um, that people go up there and see. That's just for normal attendees. They'll make that a lot of times, and then for people that there's specific things, I only go up there if there's a happens to be a specific company, or if I've just absolutely got time to kill, then I'll go up there.
Mhm.
But other than that, I don't go there. Just the main four. And for me, even the law enforcement gets cut a lot of times. I don't even spend a lot of time in there. But for me, that's a lot of the tactical literally military law enforcement gear, and like my
Mhm.
channel's not about that. So
Right.
other than me looking at it and oogling over it, no, that's cool. Um, or maybe making a contact or two for other people or other things, other projects. Um, there's not a lot for me in there, right?
Sure.
Um, I will say that your your legacy stuff, your SIGs, your Colt, I don't know if SIG's even going to be there, but you get what I'm saying. The legacy
Yeah.
companies, but Smith and Wesson, Colt, uh, Ruger, blah blah blah, they're going to be on the main floor, or in Caesars, and then the basement is where all the cool shit's at. So down in the basement is where all the startup companies are at. A lot of the new products and the innovative things that people have come up with. And the basement is those companies that, you know, they've got a really cool idea. Sometimes maybe they only think it's a cool idea, but you get what I'm saying. Sometimes it is a winner, but the company has a cool product or a cool idea and they put it all on the fucking line. Like it's make or break. That's the kind of companies and attitude and everything that's usually in the basement. You don't typically have any really big companies that are down there. You got some pretty
Yeah.
well established companies, just not big ones. Um,
So one of the
so
things that I noticed one of the things that I noticed was in the email he sent me. He was very clear about how no sponsor hunting while you're there. So I don't know
that's weird.
that. I mean, yeah, that was. He said that. Let me.
Did you get in under media?
Yeah, broadcast media. This is. Let me see if I can find the email because now that Liz, just because we were just talking about it.
That's not true. Everybody does that all the time.
That's what I thought too.
Understand what that?
And
Huh?
let's see. Um,
Because I mean, obviously, you're going to have conversations with companies about, you know, doing various things with them, and how you
mhm.
can help them and whatnot.
Yeah. Let's see. Here, this is what it is. We will approve your media badge application. Please keep in mind a SHOT Show media press badge is authorized for working media only, editorial reporting purposes only. A media badge customer may not make purchase or solicit exhibitors or attendees. You may not solicit sponsors.
Huh. That's
Huh.
interesting.
Well, that's
Yeah, I don't I would say disregard that because that's what everybody does. So that's really fucking weird.
yeah. Yep. So that's it is a little weird. Also, I wouldn't know how you would police that, but whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that. As long as
Yeah.
you're not doing some crazy egregious shit, I think you're going to be okay.
Right. Right. So, but yeah, it
Yeah,
should be.
don't cause a scene. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Rule number one: don't be a dick.
Yeah, as long as you do
So,
that, you're okay.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I think my plan for a SHOT Show is not bad. Right? I think it's pretty good.
Well,
I
that's
think,
Tuesday. So, and then
yeah,
Tuesday night we got the night shoot. Hopefully, I've got a
the
few
night
things.
shoot. Now, is
I've
that
got
is that a full auto shoot or what is that?
So yeah. There typically is some. Well, there is actually full auto. There's typically who knows? It depends on what exhibitors are going to be there.
Hmm.
But normally the way that particular event goes is you show up and there are some exhibitors and there's lights and all out there.
Mm-hmm.
But it is at night. And so there's some exhibitors. Typically, it's Agency Arms puts it on, and they've got Genesis and I'm trying to think of the other companies that are under them, but they got a full auto shotgun. It's pretty badass, and that's usually available to shoot. Usually, you have some night vision guys or some thermal stuff out there as well. It's usually further up on the hill in the dark, obviously. Um, and then there's plenty of things to shoot if that's what you want to do. And or typically there is. From year to year it can change, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
and then inside the clubhouse, there typically is a virtual reality shooter that is fucking amazing. Like it's one of these high end jobs, right?
Oh wow.
Like you put that thing on and it's like just like you're literally on a range. I mean, it looks like a video game. Don't get me wrong.
Is it that Ace system or whatever it is? Because I was looking at that.
I honestly don't remember, but I know it is bad fucking ass. Like you can get on the ground and crawl, and it'll do it. It's just insane, and you can swap guns like and different things, and adjust your range layout in it. It's just pretty cool. Anyway, and there's some other vendors and exhibitors that are inside the clubhouse too, like gear and stuff. But anyway, so they'll shoot. I don't even remember the time frame on it. I got to get that for you, but um, I think it starts at like 7. Then they'll also typically they have Mexican food. They have a big tent and they have a Mexican food um, food truck or whatever trailer. Um, Usually street tacos, that type of stuff. And then about 9 o'clock they'll do an exhibition, full auto exhibition. So they move everybody up on the top of the hill, and then they have a different theme every year, and I don't even know what the theme is this year, but they have a different theme every year, and they shoot all kinds of full auto shit. And it's all the members of the gun club basically bring out their toys. They have helicopters with mini guns and fucking shit that fly over and shoot. And it's fucking amazing, dude. It's awesome. Um, the exhibition at the end is where it's at for me. I don't care, like get to shoot stuff all the time. I don't, just whatever. Um, but yeah, so that'll be Tuesday. That'll be Tuesday night. So, um,
All
so
right.
anyway,
And what's your Wednesday like? What are you doing on Wednesday?
well, Wednesday is you signed up for that party, didn't you?
I did Wednesday night. Yeah.
So Wednesday, I don't know what your plan is during like the days on Wednesday or whatever, but after the show, I've got a party that has popped up or a get together that I've got to go to before that one that you've got the invite to. Well, the one you
Okay.
got the invite to is the Mac Daddy, Big Daddy fucking party that
Right.
night. So, um, hopefully I'll get over there. Now, the important thing for that is to get to that one as soon as possible because it will reach fucking capacity before the night's over with, and you will not fucking get in.
Gotcha. Okay.
So just know that.
All right. Okay.
So that's Wednesday.
So I'll make sure I
night.
get over there.
Yeah, and I've actually got. Well, no, you're coming in. When did you say you were coming in? Monday night, right? Okay, never
Monday
mind.
night.
Okay, so I've got something Monday night that's I could bring you to, but you're not going to be in, so
Yeah, I won't
all
even.
good.
I won't quite have been landed yet.
Right.
So
Yep. Now Thursday night, I've got some stuff, but unfortunately, I can't get you into the things I've got.
that's all right.
If I happen to, I've got your number and whatnot. So
Yeah.
if anything pops up and or whatever, that's the thing is on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
I can always shoot you a message and go, hey,
Yeah, for sure.
heads up on this or heads up on that.
I'm really just going to try and circulate. I want to meet some people. I want to schedule some interviews. I want to get some stuff for going forward with the show. That's really my main focus, right? Like I'm not really worried about talk. And I think some of the soliciting thing. I think what he was probably thinking. The reason they sent that is. Trying to get people to send me free guns and gear to evaluate or test. And I'm not really that interested in that right now. So I'm really more interested in getting people on the show and having conversations and things like that.
Yeah, that'll be easy. Yeah. Well, here's my thing. I've been super
Mm-hmm.
blessed to be able to do and everything I do and whatever. And
Yeah.
my approach is where I think you're in a good spot with the gun prattle and the podcast and doing that. So
Mm-hmm.
my approach is to start the relationship by going into that booth and just seeing. There's companies I would love to have a relationship with, but I mean the chemistry just don't work for whatever reason. That's going to happen. So don't let that discourage you. But go in, have a conversation, see if you hit it off, see if there's any, chemistry there. If there is with the company, then invite them on a podcast, right?
Hmm.
That's no cost to them, blah, 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 and just start that relationship. And then with me, I go to all of these shows, so they see me regularly throughout the year anyway. So they know I'm serious. And the relationship from seeing me at different shows and just whatever, being on the podcast, it evolves. And then before you know it, you do have that opportunity. It's very
Yeah.
easy at that point because most time they will offer to send you shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're like, hey, you want us to send you the new blah, blah, blah to do some videos and do some things? And you're fuck yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
you know. Or a lot of times they'll even they'll point blank just ask me. They'll say, "Hey, oh man, I'm glad I seen you. You need to send me your FFL." And I'm like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. We need to send you, X, Y, and Z." It's like, okay, and I don't even have to ask. Like they offer.
Right.
So that's the beautiful thing about the way I've set it up and done things is the relationship always comes first. And then two, the benefit of the relationship coming first, because I've got companies I've got great relationships with that I've
Hmm.
never I've never worked with the first fucking product of theirs. They've never sent me a thing.
Yeah.
And and a lot of times it's because I'm not necessarily interested. And but just because I'm not interested doesn't mean that if I know another creator that's got a project they're working on, right, or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
going on, that I can't put a word in for them, right? I can't go, hey, contact so and so company, tell them I sent you, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Well,
So the relationship for me, the relationship is everything.
for sure. Well, we're coming up on 3 hours. Let's give some like closing thoughts and statements. Looking forward to Shot Show for sure,
That's it.
100%.
That's it. Shot
I
show.
haven't, the last time I went, I really was looking at product
Mhm.
to either enhance my
How
game
long ago
or
was it? Do you know?
2017, 18, somewhere along there. 20,
Wow.
well,
Okay.
yeah, 2016, yeah.
Definitely pre 2020, pre cough
Oh,
cough.
yes. Yeah, yeah.
Um.
Pre-COVID. Yeah,
Yeah.
pre-COVID.
So it'll be a totally. That's why I said give yourself Tuesday to adjust and whatever for sure. Just
When
plan
the
kind of
year
a
I went was the year that
Friday day.
Jesse James introduced his ammunition.
Yeah. So just know that because it's a completely different world. It'll be much larger, much busier, you name it.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And I'm hoping to see a lot of people that I know there, so that I can kind of, make.
You will be amazed at the people you bump into. It's fucking awesome. I got a
Mhm.
buddy that tells a story about literally running over Don Jr., which was not good for the security detail. Um, but had a guy, another guy, talks about running into Lou Ferrigno. Uh, I have run into Goldberg. If you're into
Oh, wow.
wrestling, you know who Goldberg is. I've run into Goldberg there. It's pretty fucking cool. Chuck Norris walking around pretty regularly. I'm trying to think some of the other movie stars, and you'll see movie stars. You'll see fucking um, Joe Perry, Aerosmith. Uh, very likely you can see him somewhere walking around. And these fuckers are just walking around. You know what I
Right.
mean? They're not in a
Yeah.
booth. They're not signing autographs. They're just fucking walking around like you, looking at shit.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's
Well,
fucking
I
awesome.
remember the year that I went, Taryn had a whole bevy of broads,
He always does.
and you could not walk anywhere without basically running into one.
Yeah.
And that year I went, I was looking at possible. I had been approached to potentially put together a TV show um, for a competition shooting.
Nice.
And I was working with
Yeah.
Mav TV and some other people to see if we could make that happen. and I talked to a bunch of people about it. I did, it was really like nebulous. Like I wasn't giving out any details or anything like that, but it should have been something. And now we could do it for sure. For sure, we could 100% do it now. But then it was like we were looking into using some new camera technologies to get better angles and better video and really enhance the experience of watching it, along with which was the key thing is that we're going to use these technologies to produce something that was entertaining to watch. And MAV TV at that time would give me 45 minutes of airtime, and they would give me like a minute or a minute and a half of ad time that I could sell. Yeah. And then, of course, they got to use, the other 3.5 minutes of time they used for their ads.
Right.
And that's how they make money.
Well, some things never change. So Taryn will have all of his hoes with him for sure.
Yep.
But as far as booth babes go type thing, that's pretty much a thing of the past. You see very, very, very little of that. It's dwindled down to near nothing. Now, not to say that you don't have some booths that will hire chicks to help out.
Yeah.
But typically they're 5'11" pants and shirt type thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They're handing out flyers or they're doing something like that. It's not the skimpy dress bikinis, type things that once was for sure. So if you're looking forward to that, I think you're going to be disappointed. But
no, I'm not looking forward to that. As a matter of fact, the year I went, there were no bikini babes, so good on you. But
right.
when I would go to SEMA, you would see that 100%. Like we literally, there was an entire hallway that was nothing but boobs and wheels, and we literally called it the boobs and wheels.
Yeah.
Hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's phased out of shot a lot, and it I'll tell you why. Is because the female sector has grown so drastically over the last few years in the gun community. I mean, women have just exploded as a demographic goes. So and so it's understandable if you've got more women. It doesn't. That's not attractive. All the skimpy clad hoes are not that attracted to 30% or some shit of the demographic now. So
for sure.
It's a money play.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Well, I don't really have any final thoughts myself.
I don't either. I'm gonna SHOT Show, baby. There you
SHOT Show. Guys, the next stream will be tonight, my normal Wednesday night stream. Do I do it? Yeah. And then tomorrow afternoon, I'm not sure I'm going to do the Thursday afternoon stream. I may do it. I'm not scheduled to debate anybody tomorrow night. I am going to be basically trying to get all my shit together for SHOT Show. And I think Friday I'm supposed to do a debate in the evening on tomfoolery. It's or do a show. It's more like a Piers Morgan style show, is my understanding. And then Saturday may or may not contain a show because, again, I'll be getting all my stuff ready to go to SHOT Show, and it doesn't sound like I have a lot of stuff to do because I am flying, but I've got a lot of stuff around the house that has to get done before I leave, so that I can leave and have everything in order.
Yep.
So look for pay attention to the announcements.
We got all kinds of cleaning and securing and battening down, and gonna be gone for like 2 weeks, right? So like there's certain shit that you gotta make sure it's taken care of before you leave around the house for sure.
Yeah. I am gonna try and stream live from SHOT Show. There are exceptions for media broadcast. I have to ask permission if I'm in a booth or something like that. I will try and stream from the hotel when I'm there. We'll see. Could I check out the Ruger and Keltec booths and see what I'm obviously going to go by Keltec. Ruger, I'm less enthusiastic about. I just don't really. It's not that I don't like Ruger. I actually really like most of Ruger stuff. And I had a Ruger piston AR that they made. I forget what they called it, S something. And it, had adjustable gas, and it wouldn't work. And I sent it back, and I think the third time I sent it back, I swear to God, they sent me a brand new rifle with just my serial number on it. Like, I swear that was not the gun I sent them. And but I will say that Ruger, service-wise, has exceeded my expectations. But a lot of their stuff's kind of boring now, and they need to do something about it. I did like the Reaper. A lot of people didn't. So the only thing Cam likes is the Keltec shotguns. Yeah, I love my RDB, man. Love that thing. Thing's awesome. But anyway, I will be streaming from SHOT Show. I'm taking cameras. I am taking SD cards. I'm taking the whole 9 yards. I will have a setup in my hotel room to stream. Mike,
while you're saying all this, I will be too. I actually get paid to fucking do that nowadays. So 6:30 Eastern time. Let's see, 6, 5, 4. I think. You'll have to double check the channel once everything is scheduled and on there. But I think starting 6:30 Eastern, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we will be going live from the Bursa booth at SHOT, and we'll have
nice
2A and industry guests coming in. So be looking for that.
I will be looking for that. I will be promoting that as well.
So you can go sit over there and catch it live, fucker. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I will. I'll be hanging out. All right, guys. As always, like, subscribe. Please go over to Kick, subscribe, or whatever it is over there.
Yes.
Please watch the show from Kick. I need to build that channel up. I need to get some attention over there because I cannot show the Fire Army stuff on the YouTubes. I will be posting the Fire Army stuff to YouTube when I get a chance, maybe later today, probably maybe tomorrow. We'll see. And in the meantime, guys, as always, be cool. Wear the glasses if you need them. I'm going to end in both streams now. I'm not going to raid anybody or anything like that. So just have a good afternoon, and I should see you guys tonight. Look for the announcement. See you.
Bye.
And there we go. All right, we're clear, man.
That was
Thanks
fun.
for coming on. That was good.
Yeah.
I need to do better at
what?
Promoting the Kick channel stream thing.
Yeah, that was that may have worked out pretty good. I'm gonna have to kind of pay attention to that.
Yeah, it did work out pretty good.
I'm a few weeks away at this point from going back live again, but I may have to do where I do a certain thing and then kill it on the YouTube side and take it over to Kick and do some.
That's what I should have done. I should have gotten everybody in. I should have done the first half hour over on YouTube and then kicked over to Kick.
Yeah, should have SHOT Show prattled and then.
But I needed to test this too.
Well, they were coming in and I was dropping the link and saying, hey, if you want video, you need to go over here. So I was doing that. I don't know if it was letting me put the link in or not.
It won't let you put the link in. So it just hides it. So,
okay.
But hey, man, I appreciate the effort.
Yeah. Oh, well, we tried. All right.
All right, man. I'll catch you later.
Be good.
See ya.